What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up. What's happening, y'all? Let's get this shit going, baby.
Hey, man. 8 years to the day. 8 years to the day. The Eagles won their first Super Bowl, 41-33 over the New England Patriots. Happy holidays for those who celebrate like me. I feel older and older by the year. Like, when this is 10 years really soon, I'm going to be like, damn. Because I remember being there. I could tell you the whole Vietnam War story from as soon as the kickoff coverage started at 12 o'clock till the confetti was falling.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that how fast time goes. It's
Right.
like just yesterday, the Philly special. Where were you for that, bro? Do you remember any of that?
The Philly special?
Any of that Super Bowl?
I remember pretty much all of it. I was at home, watching on the big screen, and the Philly special. I actually caught the Philly special on replay. I didn't catch it live, but pretty much everything else I caught live. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was a good bowl.
Yeah, it was. We'll that's part of the show, but But yeah, I was there. Shout out to my boy Ben. He was over, and we had satellite TV at the time. And like 30 minutes before kickoff, our satellite went out because there was like a ice storm. So we were up here on the TV up here when we still had cable, and it had the black bar in the middle of the screen saying "Activate your mini box."
Right.
So we're watching the whole first half around this fucking black bar in the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
And of course, the Philly special around the black bar. We were going crazy. It was like, what is happening right now? What is going on? We did not know what to do with ourselves.
Crazy.
But yeah. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-hosts, Kyle and Smitty. Say what's up.
What it is, y'all. What it is.
What's up?
I was just telling Kyle, 8 years to the day. We got this one right here. Shout out to the 41-33, the pod. Eagles beat the Patriots 41-33. What do you remember about that Super Bowl since, it's holiday?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh. Man, listen. It was one of those situations where I ain't gonna lie, man. I was very high on my team at the time, and I was working at a bar and grill, so it was a little difficult, right? Because everybody there was like, you got to bet with the Patriots, man. You can't bet against Tom. You can't bet against Tom. I'm like, this is the one time in history when I'm betting against Tom. I need Tom to lose this one. And I think going into the game, I was confident. I want to say I was more confident in that game than us playing the Chiefs last year. Like, it was one of those things where I was just like, we're going to win this. Like, it's meant for Nick Foles to get the dub. And I can't believe that I bet $300 on that game against Tom Brady, but I did. I definitely bet it. I was working at I told you I was working at a bar, and the lead bartender was like a Patriots fan. He was like, I'll bet you $300 y'all lose. And I'm like, he's like, oh, you bet on Nick Foles? I got to.
Yeah.
And we won that game. I was so happy. Oh, game. the only Eagle fan in the room.
Wow.
It was
In the
like
whole
30
bar?
of us. They all were wearing like Tom Brady. I was the
Oh my
only
God.
one, bro.
Hmm.
I don't even know how that happened. I don't know
That's
how it happened.
crazy.
And then we want everybody. You know how you watch the TV show and like the one guy do something and everybody like
Yeah.
looking at him. I was the dude that was like thought that I won, so I sit there and I'm like, did we just, and I'm in somebody else's house, so I started screaming. Cause bro, that was like 13 years of pain after they beat us in 2004, bro. I was hurting, bro. So to get back on the team that beat me felt good.
Yeah, it was poetic, and like I remember, it was like if only we had this show back then, because I guarantee you Kyle would have been the entire playoff run. Bro, Nick Foles ain't the savior. he ain't taking y'all to the bowl till we get to the bowl. It's like he ain't beating Tom Brady. I knew because of 2013. That was my guy, Nick Foles. I was like, we're fine. We're the Colin Coward meme. We're good over there. We got Nick Foles. So I had full confidence in him to pull it out, and he one of the best Super Bowls of all time. Most yards in a game by both sides. We'll talk about the where it stacks up against all of the Super Bowls later in the show, but it's good to celebrate the anniversary of a great championship. But speaking of that,
From that championship, we have to now shed a tear.
Yeah.
One of the people that was the orchestrator of that is probably no longer going to be a part of the Eagles moving forward, man.
Yeah, it's a shame. We'll get into it. We'll touch on the.
Oh, that's why I didn't say no name. That's why I didn't say no name.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say no name. You gonna get into it, man.
We'll touch on it. We'll teaser. We'll recap the postseason where the Eagles are at now. We'll preview the Super Bowl matchup. We'll also look at some NBA trades. The trade deadline has been crazy. Kyle has some trade machine potential destinations for some star players. And then at the end of the show, we're gonna do a at a left field segment with a tier maker Super Bowl edition. So you don't want to miss a beat. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. We appreciate y'all with the patience. Life gets in the way of being consistent on here, but you got to tend to some things. But we appreciate y'all unwavering support of both shows.
All right, so we trying to get into this first right away. We trying to get into the NBA a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so let's talk about it, right? So NBA trade deadline tomorrow afternoon is when it closes. We're less than 24 hours away. This is one of my favorite stretches of the year in sports period, because we obviously have the lead up to the Super Bowl. For me as a WWE fan, weekend, we got the build to the trade deadline. It all works pretty much in the same week. So one big trade, obviously, Anthony Davis gets moved from the Mavericks over to, I believe he went somewhere with Trae Young. Wizards, yes, that's right. To the Wizards. So Trae Young, Anthony Davis team up over there. They're not a contender in the East with that move. I mean, Trae's hurt a lot. AD's hurt a lot. They don't really have much outside of that either. I mean, Alex Sarr as a center, but I mean, he doesn't really stretch the floor, and AD doesn't as much anymore, so that's not really the greatest fit in the world. So that's definitely a problem. But other than that, I'm curious, what's your thoughts? Does this really mean anything? I feel like AD's kind of past his prime at this point. That's probably not a shocker to say, but yeah.
It seems like in the grand scheme of contending, it's a nothing burger. Like you said, AD's kind of over the hill. He's injury prone. His shelf life was used in LA. And I think the Mavs front office is trying to recoup some draft capital and assets from the Luka trade. And they're just kind of going full tank mode and trying to build this thing around Cooper Flag. Kyrie Irving isn't even back yet, so bro, he might not be back all season at this point. But for the Wizards, I guess you got a guy. There was more to that trade package than just Anthony Davis.
I'll read it off to you. I have it here if you want it.
Yeah.
So Anthony Davis to the Wizards with Jaden Hardy, young player, D'Angelo Russell, who hasn't seen minutes in a while, Dante Exum, who keep a job. And the Mavericks get Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley. They get a 2026 first-round pick from OKC, which is going to be ass because OKC is going to be good in 2026. They got a 2030 first-round pick from Golden State, which you would think would be great because Steph will be gone, but it's top 20 protected.
Yeah.
So they lose out on that. And then they got a bunch of second-round pick swaps. So, I mean, they really didn't get much back. I mean, I guess the goal is bringing a couple young players and a salary dump in Chris Middleton later on. But
that's kind of how I view it.
Yeah. I mean, they got Chris Middleton, these 4 players, and maybe like 8 picks for Luka. Like
it. It's more the draft picks than anything. Kind of trying to take the route of the OKC Thunder, but Rome wasn't built in a day. And just because you have so many draft picks doesn't mean that you're going to hit on all of them. So, we'll see how they utilize it. It just seems like the Mavs are positioning to, kind of tank and rebuild this around Cooper Flag.
Right. Yeah.
They've been like ass this year too.
Yeah. It's not a well put together team. Yeah. I don't know. One of the I think the most interesting trade currently was the one between Darius Garland and James Harden. So Darius Garland and a 2026 second round pick go to the Clippers for just James Harden. What are your thoughts on that? I actually like that for the Clippers quite a bit. I think it probably drops them down a tier this year, but they do save a lot of money on it. For the Cavs, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, James Harden is ball dominant as hell. So is Donovan Mitchell. James Harden cannot win you an NBA Finals. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. I don't know how it fits. I think it's more of a desperation move by Cleveland than anything, I think they see the writing on the wall, and it's like a relatively
Cleveland though. I think it was more Clippers that was being desperate.
Maybe
they wanted somebody to come in and draw some offense so they can keep that team together with all the cap that they got invested. It seemed like it's more on the Clippers than Cleveland. I think Cleveland was like, well, we need somebody that can attack the basket and distribute just a tad more than Donovan Mitchell. So they're like, you know what? We'll bring in James Harden for whatever he has left. And then we don't have to go into that second apron of Darius Garland's contract, which we all know is a setup.
Yep. Yeah. I think the
philosophy about that first trade, I think they going off potential though. The potential that if AD can play 60, I'll say 50 games. I think they looking at it from a perspective of the young guys they have developing. You bring in a Trae Young, you bring in an AD. If both of them stay healthy and produce, not to what we have seen, but what we expect them to be at this point, I think they move up at least as a play-in team.
Yeah, if they can get like 65 to 70% of what Trae Young and AD have been, they can definitely be a play-in team because they do have some promising young talent like
Is that
Alexander
the goal
Sarr.
though? Like, what's the goal of bringing on these big ass contracts if you're not trying to like at least make a run in the playoffs? Like to me, I think that's their ceiling, is like a play-in, maybe like 5th, 6th seed that's going to get beat in the first round.
I see them
Like
making a
that's what
big move in the offseason though, Kyle.
they
I think they're
could.
gonna.
They
I think they're
could.
gonna try to. I think they're gonna try to strike gold with another big name.
They could. Mm-hmm.
Maybe a center or something like that. I don't know who the hot centers would be available this offseason, but maybe bringing in a big guy because you already got guards and wings. You got Trae Young. You got a banged up AD, so you kind of need some depth at the center. But if they bring in like the right guy, that's the only thing that's been killing me though. Like when I'm looking at these teams, they bringing in guys, but the guys that's already on the team don't fit the guy they bring in.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that, and I don't know. I feel like with Cleveland, I don't know. Like Kyle said, like Donovan Mitchell's ball dominant guard, and you're gonna drop James Harden into that situation. I don't know how the fit is there. I feel like on the Clippers side, Garland probably fits a little bit better.
I think the philosophy is kind of what he was doing in Philly, but James Harden actually takes the maxi role, and Donovan Mitchell takes the James Harden role, whereas James Harden probably needs to be the probably needs to score the third most amount of points. Third option. Evan Mobley should be 2. Donovan Mitchell should be 1, and James Harden should be your like 8 to 10 assists a game kind of guy. I think that's what they need to get, because the problem they were having with Darius Garland is super inconsistent with his playmaking. I mean, one night it's 13 assists and 25 points. The next night it's 11 points and 3 assists in like 2 extra minutes. So, I think that's probably what it's for, to look for consistency out of like the point guard role. But the only way they're going to have any success in the playoffs is if James Harden is a third option or less. To me, like take the ball up the court, make some offense, get the fuck out of the way. That's what I would want to do with James Harden. I mean, because, since 2016-17, he's pretty much had like 6 flops in the playoffs in like to lose them a series. And that doesn't include the year with Brooklyn that he got hurt. So, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I see it like in terms of roster construction for the Cavs. It's just like, you know what I mean? This is proven year in and year out that James Harden is going to come in, fail you in the playoffs, and then request to trade out because he's bored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Other than that, I mean, there's a couple smaller trades that we could talk about. Vucevic going to the Celtics.
Hold on, you forgot a big trade.
What big trade?
Oh yeah, you forgot about one.
Triple J.
Oh yeah, that one's not even listed on here.
That was a lot of pieces moved.
Oh yeah, he fell in here. Yeah, okay, so yeah, Jaren Jackson Jr. goes to the Jazz along with John Conchar, Jock Landale, Vince Williams Jr., and the Grizzlies get 3 future first-round picks: Georges Niang, Taylor Hendricks, player, Walter Clayton, young player, and Kyle Anderson, slow-mo. I mean, for the Grizzlies, I think it makes sense. I think they've kind of reached their peak with that roster that they currently have. They already lost Desmond Bane like a year or 2 ago at this point. John Morant's hasn't really gotten back to that level that he was at before, the incidents and stuff. Mm-hmm. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a nice player, and he's still relatively young. I like it for the Jazz. How's that fit gonna work with that squad that they have? Is Jaren Jackson gonna move to the 5? Like, I don't really know what the plan is, because he still have Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, but I mean, he could potentially play that Walker Kessler role, I guess. But yeah,
is it possible we see Lauri moved by tomorrow deadline?
I mean, it depends. I mean, if they're dumping three first round picks to bring Jaren Jackson to the team, I don't think their plan is to then dump Lauri Markkanen for picks back.
Yeah.
Because that's the. I mean, Lauri Markkanen.
What if it's player? What if it's player centric though? What if it's not picks? Maybe somebody has a couple players they're trying to dump. I'm not sure. I'm out of the loop until know that dude with no hairline is erased from my team. So I'm out of the loop a little bit.
I mean, it's possible they would probably, if it were me, they'd probably have to go after a guard more than anything. But I don't get the philosophy. I mean, they're 20 games out of 500. They just traded for Lonzo Ball. Like,
This give me that Minnesota move from 2 years ago with Rudy Gobert, with Cat still on the team.
Yeah. I think the fit's better with Lauri Markkanen and Jaren Jackson if Jackson plays the 5. He's a little undersized for it, and Lauri Markkanen's actually oversized for the 4. So it might actually work out, like in terms of rebounding and shot blocking, but yeah, I don't know. Like they definitely need a guard, so it's possible. I mean, Keontae George has been good for them, but he's definitely not a winning player at this point in his career. He's still pretty young. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. I think that's probably an option because Lauri Markkanen's been on the trade rumors a few times now.
Yeah.
I
mean, you never know.
The third year in a row, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just shipped out Colin Sexton too.
Yeah.
So.
But then they get somebody back. Utah got somebody back, right?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Colin Sexton was on the Hornets, bro.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, Colin Sexton came from the Hornets. He went to the Bulls.
Can you look out and see if Utah got somebody
that's
up?
what I'm thinking of. Yeah,
and then Kobe White went to the Hornets.
Kobe White went to Charlotte.
What happened to? Didn't Lonzo get moved?
Yeah, Lonzo got moved. He went to Utah with for like 2 second-round picks.
Hey, that's a guard right there now. They starting to. I mean, they might be forming something up. Didn't somebody get paid to the Celtics too? Who got traded to the Celtics for Anthony Simons?
Nikola Vucevic. I kind of like that move for Boston though.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't like it for the Bulls, but I like it for Boston.
Yeah, I like it for Boston. That I mean, with Porzingis out, and they needed some depth and some solid interior play. Vooch is going to do that.
I don't think they make this trade if they don't think Jason Tatum's going to have a shot at playing the rest of at some point this year. If they think he's going to come back for like potentially the playoffs, I think that's why they made this move. Because Anthony Simons wasn't doing anything for them, and Vucevic has been pretty good this season for the Bulls.
Yeah,
and they didn't even the Bulls didn't even. I mean, the Celtics didn't have to give up anything extra. It was a second-round pick swap. So,
it wasn't
I thought opposite of you, Kyle. I thought they did it because they don't believe they're gonna get Jason Tatum back in time.
You think so? You think he's gonna take that like number 2 behind Jaylen Brown?
I think for the moment he will until Jason Tatum does return. But I think like right now, I think that's what they was missing. Like somebody, Kobe. I mean, what's buddy name? The point guard.
Derek White.
Man, come on. Derek White, inconsistent. Like you just said, Porzingis out. It just seems like Anthony Simons wasn't giving anything. It seems like they need somebody that's going to get buckets and rebounds. And right now, like you said, Vucevic, with how he's playing with the Bulls, he come in, he fits right into the second row with Jalen. You know what I mean? And then you got somebody that at least can weather the storm until we can get Tatum back, and then we can talk about extensions and things of that nature once he come back, depending on how you finish out this run.
Yeah. I will say that was probably of the trades that I saw. That was probably my favorite of them, based on fit and team need, and where they're at.
I think that Giannis move gonna mess everybody up though. Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll that's one of the stars that we'll talk about. There's one more trade that I do want to mention.
Yep, Jared McCain.
Yeah, Jared McCain to OKC for 3 draft picks. I think a first and
I
like 2
believe so.
seconds or
Yep,
something
I
like
think
that.
you're right. I'll verify.
Why? I mean, I understand. Like the Sixers have good depth at guard, but Quentin Grimes is not going to be here next year. He's going to get a max contract. We're not going to pay him that.
No.
Eric Gordon, keep a job. He's a good young player. And I understand the whole luxury tax thing. That's essentially why they moved off of him, so they can stay under the luxury tax. But you don't move Jared McCain for salary. I get the injuries kind of, derailed him after the rookie season.
Yeah.
But when he was on last year, he was on.
I wonder if they have another plan in place, because I mean, Jared McCain, like, he's definitely taken a step back since his rookie year. I mean, he's playing 9 less minutes. He's scoring 9 less points. His shooting splits are down 8%.
Well, he had the thumb injury in training camp that just kind of derailed him and knocked his confidence. So he was in the G League a little bit, and it was just not a good situation. But he was a guy that, last year he was a spark plug on that roster. And, if he develops like he has all-star capabilities and you ship him out to OKC. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the move for the Sixers. I mean, for OKC, that's what you do with the draft picks that you have, go get you good players.
Yeah.
That's what they did. So
it's not like you guys, like, I would have been okay with it if you guys brought back like a wing that could get some minutes for you. Like, you guys just, like, because you guys need wing desperately. I mean, Paul George is 35 and he's not playing well at all. And he hasn't. I don't even think.
I mean, not to say he's not suspended or nothing. It's not like he won't be playing for 25 games.
Right. Yeah, like, I don't know.
But
I think
did y'all hear the report of why he got moved for real?
No, why?
They're saying Josh Harris was making money moves so he can try to invest more into the Commanders. Listen, one of my basketball fans literally sent me that. He said, bro, do you think this is true? I was like, bro, I don't know, but it seemed like something Josh Harris would do.
That's some bullshit. He definitely would do some shit like that. If that's true, that's bullshit.
Bro, if they go all out in the offseason, the 76ers fans are gonna crash. Bro, the 76ers fans are gonna go crazy if he goes and like spends like some crazy money with the Commanders after trading one of their young and rising players. Like, it wasn't like Jared McCain. Yes, he was injured, and yes, the regression looks like it's there. But I felt like I feel like this with every player. When you get injured, then I have to rehabilitate, and then I have to get back in gameplay mode. It takes a little bit off the game until I get back into the groove. He hasn't had the opportunity to really get back in that groove, and then you boot him. It didn't make sense to me to make that move without actually evaluating the talent. Now, if he was somewhere close to getting paid, and you were finna pay him like this year, you had to pay him right now, and then he was still banged up, injured. Like, if it's me, I'm moving off a couple other contracts before I move off Jared McCain. I'm just being honest.
I'm moving off of Joel Embiid before I move off of fucking Jared McCain.
I'm moving off of Aaron.
I didn't want to say the name, you know what I mean? But I'm glad my good brother Kyle knew exactly what I was talking about.
I think it's been a pleasant surprise based off the start of how the season started, how Joel Embiid's played this year. But like, this might genuinely be the best you get the rest of this contract. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's organizational malpractice. And it's a good thing, I'm not as diehard of a Sixers fan as I am an Eagles fan, because I swear to God, if Howie was doing some bullshit like this,
right,
Y'all might have to talk me off the Ben Franklin Bridge.
Right. Ugh. All right. So listen, let's do this. I want to do. I've got 4 potential trades for Giannis. I want to go through here. So let me move us to what we got to be on. There we go. You guys see the screen? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So listen, he is currently rumored to go to the Heat. He's rumored to go to the Wolves, the Warriors, and the Knicks. I'm going to do all 4 of those. I'm going to pick some trades. And you tell me what you guys think. So, obviously, to start it off, Giannis to start. So that's $54 million. We got to make that up. So, from rumors that I'm seeing, they're trying to do it without giving up Norm Powell, Tyler Hero, or Bam. I think it's doable with the capital they have because they could move Andrew Wiggins.
Well, they're actually trying to get 2 players and not give up those players, and that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
they're trying to get Giannis and Ja, but not give up any of those. It's like, come on, bro. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I think they could get Giannis without doing it. Because I think what they'd have to do is they'd have to give up Jaime Jaquez as like the young player. I think this would be the 3, and then like, take your pick, whatever young guys come over here, like throw in
AJ Green.
Yeah, Cole Anthony. Because they'll need a guard, and then like we'll say Andre Jackson. We'll throw those 2 guys in there. So that'll be your 3-for-3 person swap. And then it's like, pick, probably 3. I'd say it's probably
I was going to say 3 first. It's at least 3 first.
Yeah, because they're not getting back like anyone that's going to like keep them relevant. So they got to give up picks. So let's see if that goes. Yeah. So that's a package, I think, for the Heat. So. Now, Cole, I think a lot of people will probably say, why Cole Anthony? I mean, Cole Anthony has not, ever since he's left the Magic, he's not been like the 6th man starting guard that you can get that's going to score a lot of buckets. He just hasn't played that well. So I think he falls under the minimum contract you can just throw away at this point. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad package. I mean, Andrew Wiggins is still playing well this year. He's scoring 18 a night. Jaime Jaquez is a nice player. You give him a bigger role going onto this team, taking Giannis out of it. And then you give up, 3 first-round picks. And I would probably say the 2026 one's not worth a damn, but by 2030, Giannis will be 35, 2032, you know what I mean? Like, they're probably not bad picks at all. So, I mean, the Heat could also make trades to get good again 5 years down the line as well. So, like, it's really hard to use the idea of future picks. But, I don't know. Thoughts?
I think it's solid. I mean, that's 3 firsts is probably going to have to be, the compensation, and obviously, you got to make the money work. So
yeah,
no, I think that's about right.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll see. They might get less, but who knows?
They might. I think they could get more. Like I don't think he'll go to the Heat because I don't think the Bucks are going to be willing to give up Giannis if they're not going to get Tyler Hero or Bam.
Right.
But we'll see. Because Tyler Hero is young enough to where, like, if you retool the roster,
they willing to give up Tyler Hero, right?
Huh?
They willing to trade Tyler, right?
Not that I know of. From what I'm seeing, the players they don't want to move off.
I thought it was only 2 people. They said. I thought it was Powell and Bam was the only 2 I seen. That's the only 2 I seen in the report.
It's possible. That's possible. Which is strange to me because I don't know why they wouldn't want to move. Why would they want to move off Tyler Hero? But I guess if that's the guy you move off,
injuries probably.
Injuries, yeah. But I mean, you put Tyler Hero in this. I think you probably take off Jaime Jaquez and Tyler Hero, keep those guys, and then do Wiggs, Hero, and then do the 3 picks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't got an argument with the trade though. I think I think Milwaukee would more than likely not be okay with it because they don't get much back in return to kind of replenish the team.
Player-wise, yeah.
They kind of go back to being the shitty Bucks they used to be. So I think that's that's holding them up. That's probably why the Heat haven't been able to capitalize. I think it's a team on here though. I think that he did mention. I think got a good package.
Well, I think no matter what, the Bucks do moving off Giannis, they gonna be ass. I don't think they're gonna get a player back that's good enough to keep them relevant into like a playoff potential. So, but yeah, okay. So let's go into here. Let's reset. We'll do the next team. Let's do the Timberwolves. So I thought of a package earlier that I kind of like. Because I saw a report that the Wolves may not want to give up Dante DiVincenzo.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought would be move Rudy and Julius Randle. And then we come over here, we move Giannis. That's still like an $11 million difference. We come down and take Bobby Portis, trade him over to replenish some of the bigs over here. So it would be a 2-for-2 player swap. And then, again, you're looking at picks. So they're taking on Rudy for 3 years and Julius Randle for 3 years. They're getting 2 good players back. With a lot of like young talent in the guard room, and they could probably double that back and move Kyle Kuzma too, because they've been talking about that as well. So call it what you want. Say it's 2026. Well, just for sake of argument, 2022. Yeah, that would kind of be a package, I think. So I don't think that the Wolves will not give up Jaden McDaniels. I know that for a fact. They're not going to give him up. They're obviously not going to move Anthony Edwards, because why are you going to make this trade? And that all that leaves is Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert to even make the money work. So the other option they have is take out Julius Randle, insert Naz Reid, but I don't think they want to give him up either.
Yeah, I don't think they want to give up Naz Reid.
Out of the two you put out first, I think this is the least likely.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what if we did
just because of how Minnesota feels about giving up? They're probably gonna feel like Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle are, I'll say, second tier players. They're not gonna want to give you as many first compared to a team like what we just seen the Miami do.
So which one are they more likely to keep? Because Rudy and Giannis on the court does not work.
Probably Julius Randle.
So say they keep Julius, they'll have to give up. It would probably have to be Dante DiVincenzo. And then another, like, maybe they give up one of these super young guys. That's possible. I don't think they're going to give up Rob Dillingham. I don't think they're going to do that. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's that. And then you do, because they're going to need 2 players back. So you come all the way the fuck down here. You go Jericho Sims. You go Taurean Prince, sure, just to make the money hopefully work. I mean, it's still a little bit of a gap. Because they don't have to give up Bobby here. So, and then maybe, again, it's probably 2 picks. Maybe even a third. Couple seconds, we'll say that. Do that. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it. Failed. Yeah, so the income doesn't work there. Yeah, it's tough, but I think this is kind of what they'd be going for.
Now, what I was saying, Kyle, I agree with the compensation that Minnesota is going to offer.
Yeah.
I think looking at Milwaukee, they're just like, why would I take on agent contracts and shit like that if I'm getting the opportunity to? Obviously, you showed me 2 younger players in the Heat. If I had those 2 on the table, the Heat pick over Minnesota. I don't think bringing in Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert helps me get better. I might as well take the more picks, take Jaime Jaquez, the young player who has a lot of upside, and then just build my team from there if I'm doing anything.
Sure. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what if we did something like this? And then we threw in, like, what if it was something like this? So it's essentially the same package, but they get Rob Dillingham coming out of college, who was ranked the #1 point guard in college. 21-year-old.
I think that makes it a little bit more enticing.
And they could probably do another first as well. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of what the package is going to look like, kind of. Because I really don't think. So I don't think he's going to go to the Timberwolves either, because I don't think the Timbs are going to want to do the trade that gives up Jaden McDaniels or Naz Reid or Dante DiVincenzo, and I don't think the Bucks. I don't think they're going to want to do that, and I don't think. Yeah, I think the two packages make sense, but one of the teams aren't going to agree on both. So
yeah,
okay.
I think it'll be a challenge for them to.
Yeah. To really be in the running, unless they're really going to give away like all the picks, like maybe. But
if you're Minnesota, why would you do that?
Yeah, let's go to the Knicks. So this one probably has the best player in it to offer. So this is the tough one, right? So obviously, star power, you would think Cat, right? But if you move off Cat, Giannis probably won't play the 5, so you're probably going to need to bring Mitchell Robinson off the bench. I mean, off the bench into the starting lineup. So then you run something like Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges at the 2, or OG Anunoby at the 2. One of them at the 3, Giannis at the 4, Mitchell Robinson at the 5. That's a disgusting lineup for shooting. Maybe it's OG. Giannis, obviously. And then OG's like a known quantity. He's not like, all-star level, but he's pretty damn good. So maybe it's like Miles McBride for sure.
Yeah.
And that they don't really have any youth that's like interesting other than Isbro. Throw him in there.
Who?
Mm-hmm. And they're still not giving up enough money there, so it might even need to be. Say you take him off, like it might need to be one of these guys, like Mitchell Robinson. It's not going to be Josh Hart. I'm not going to make that move.
It's probably Mitchell Robinson.
It's probably Mitchell Robinson, and maybe they get back.
Bobby Portis or
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's tough. But the financials are tough to make work.
Maybe Jericho Sims.
Possibly.
Yeah, and then another like minimum guy, just to get the contracts all to work. So they get Gary Harris or something who doesn't play. So I think this is probably the best player package in terms of like actually. I think overall talent, Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert are better, but in terms of what you get back, that's probably better. So again, probably 2 picks. Let's see if this works. Failed. Hard cap. Knicks would result in taking on Apron. Remove $3.2 million. Okay. So just that. So the Knicks would have to give up more money. Oh boy. Let's see.
Is there any trade exceptions on either one of their on their roster? That's
Oh, they traded Jericho Sims, so you couldn't even use this back.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Maybe let's take Gary Harris off, see if there's anyone on any less money. Because I don't think these guys count. I don't think AJ Green counts at 2.3. Amir Coffee at 2.2. Well, actually, you know what? Let's send Bro with him. Send a little Bro with him. Let's try this. Might be too much still. Yeah. Yep. One more shot at it. So good. The Knicks need to lose $1 more million. So maybe it's
Jordan Clarkson or Shamit, possibly.
Yeah, so let's say it's Shamit, and then they get. I don't think there's a player that's going to be low enough on the. Yeah, that's still too much for the apron, I think. Yeah, that's tough. There's probably a way to make it work, and I just don't know. But is that kind of the package you guys think, or do you think that like the Knicks would be willing to give up like Cat for him?
I don't know if they'd be willing to give up Cat.
I think Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, and Carl Anthony Towns are safe. So maybe it's OG Anunoby, Josh Hart. Maybe it's that. So
Possibly.
They're bringing in 5.4. So then they bring in like Ryan Rollins has been good for them. They're not going to move off him. Maybe they bring in Kevin Porter Jr. to get another wing in there. And then that's when they start loading in the picks. So 2026, 2031, 2032. Let's see this. Over the allowable income by a little bit. Okay, so it's someone making less money than Porter Jr. Porter Jr. is making 5.1.
Yeah,
Gary Trent Jr.
It's going to be tough for them to make it work.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Stippian. Oh, okay. That's why I can't trade that pick. That makes sense.
But
hold, please. Can't trade that pick. Undo. Trade. Whatever. But yeah, forget about the picks. But this is the money. Maybe that's the move? Thoughts?
possibly. I don't know if they want to give up Josh Hart though. I mean, it depends, really. I mean,
I think if they come out of this not giving up Mikal Bridges, Cat, and Jalen Brunson, they'll be happy.
yeah.
That's kind of where I lean because OG Anunoby's great. Josh Hart's great. I think they're more hurt about Josh Hart leaving than OG Anunoby, truthfully.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I mean, Jalen Brunson, Miles McBride, Mikal Bridges, Giannis, Cat, Mitchell Robinson, and then whoever else they got. That's probably a winning roster. I mean, because they still have, if we look at the Knicks team, they still got, Miles McBride, Cat, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Yabusele, Jordan Clarkson. Like, they still got some players. Landry Shamet. Bring in Gary Trent, I mean, just for shooting. But, I think that's probably the package.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last one. I'll make it quick. Of course, save my dubs for last.
This a team I think actually has the compensation to make it work, though.
Right, and I think they have two options, to be honest. So, what's your thoughts, Smitty? Let me guess. Draymond and Kuminga.
I think that's the starting point.
Yep, I agree.
I think you also can move what's the backup guard?
Moses Moody.
God damn it,
Melton.
Yeah, you probably can move Moody.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think they got a slew of players they don't mind moving off of, and I think Draymond is a sweetener. You know what I mean? Somebody that can come in. I mean, play a multitude of roles, and then you got Kuminga, who, I mean, if probably given the opportunity, is averaging 20 plus points a game. So,
right. Mm-hmm. And they would have to bring back. Yeah.
I low key think he do. I think if he do move, it's between the first team and this team.
Yeah. I think I agree with you.
But what's your ideas on the trade package? I just want to see what you got.
So that would be the one. Well, actually, we're over the hard cap here, so let me see. It's got to be more money then. So this technically doesn't work. Well, we would probably. I think
to make Jimmy Butler.
That's what I was thinking. But Giannis and Draymond on the court together does not work. Like, unless...
From what I'm hearing, from what I've heard, Draymond is in every package that they put together.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think he's got to be. So maybe it's move off the Anthony Melton, and it would have to be $5 million. I don't think they're going to give up Moses. I really don't. But maybe you have to. So say it's Moses Moody. They could get back something that's a little bit better than Amir Coffey in terms of salary. So maybe they get like a Taurean Prince or Gary Harris. Well, we're giving up a lot of wings, so it would probably be Taurean Prince. So we'll do that. Keep the picks. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that works.
That's probably the package. To me, that's probably the most enticing one next to whatever the Knicks. Because theoretically, the Knicks have the best package, period, because they have the best players total with the best salary. It's just, I don't think they're willing to give up as much as we are. Because you get Kuminga two more years, see what he can do. You get Draymond Green for 2 years. Moses Moody's locked up for 3 as like a good role player. And the other part that like I've seen a little bit online too is that the value of the Warriors picks 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now are going to be very, very good. Unless Giannis is still great into like being 36 years old. You know what I mean? Which he could be, but you know, he may not even be here in that time. So this is the one you like the most, Smitty.
Yeah, I think looking at Golden State and what they got the opportunity to do, I think you go full court press, bro. I mean, if you wanna do what you say and preserve Steph Curry's career for longer than what you expect, you got to go get him another superstar who can contribute.
Right.
I love Draymond Green and what he did for the organization, but at this point, he isn't contributing. Like his nightly input isn't helping win games. And I just think it's time to move off of that contract. Like I think it's time to move on to somebody who can really put some, you know what I mean, toothpaste to your toothbrush. Like right now, if you want Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, the best potential, you put a Giannis on the floor. Somebody who can run the floor. So you got to respect him attacking the rim, which leaves Steph Curry for what he do best, man.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Here's my only thing with this trade that I think the Warriors might be a little bit hesitant. I think if they make this move trading these 3 players, it punts this season. Because you have Steph and you have Giannis. That's great. Your third best player is what? Buddy Hield? I don't know if that's not really doing anything in this year's playoffs. And who's to say Jimmy Butler at 37 years old next year off an ACL is going to be a good third option? This was the other one I had in mind. It's move Butler. Mm-hmm. We bring back, obviously, Giannis. And we still move off of Jonathan Kuminga. We bring back a depth player in, say, it could be Bobby Portis, but if it needs to be better, it can be Kyle Kuzma. But for this instance, I'll say Bobby Portis. And then we literally give them every pick we have. So like 26, 28, 30, 32. Like it would all have to go. All of it. That's the other trade package.
Yeah, but okay. But if you keep Draymond with Giannis, what is Draymond's role now?
Well, here's the thing that, like, Draymond can't shoot, right? But I think if you swap...
Neither can Giannis.
No, you're right. But I think if you swap the starting lineup to step here, so let's go back to the rosters really quick. So you do the starting lineup of obviously Steph and Buddy Hield on the court, right? At the 3, you kind of have some options. You could run a little bit small at Moses Moody for shooting, or you can go Brandon Pods. That would make your bench a little bit light. Or you can do a really big one and go Quentin Post, who shoots really well too. Then you run Draymond at the 5, Giannis at the 4, because what that does on defense is it's unstoppable. But on offense, Draymond brings the ball up the court anyway. And he's the one initiating most of the offense anyway. So it's not like it's not like the paint's going to be clogged because Draymond's not driving to the basket. I mean, it's not like we need to worry about them colliding with each other down low on offense because Draymond doesn't attack the basket like he used to. He's an initiator.
Isn't that what Giannis does now though?
Sure, but I don't think Giannis is any more ball dominant than Kevin Durant was. I think the only difference was instead of Draymond taking it up to the court and getting it to Kevin Durant later in the shot clock, it'll be Giannis just taking it up on the times that Draymond's not there and taking it right to the hole. Plus, Giannis pick and roll with Draymond would be pretty good. You don't get much pop out of that, but it's still a good pick and roll because Giannis is a good enough ball handler.
Did you say you don't get much pop? You don't get any pop.
Yeah, you don't get any pop.
When you do get pop, it's going to be Draymond with that big backpack on trying to shoot a three.
Right.
Air ball.
Right. Like, I think if you don't want to punt on this season, if you're worried about the health of Steph and how his ability later on, I think this is the secondary move. And I think the thing that makes it interesting for the Bucks is this is a team option. So theoretically, Jimmy Butler's a free agent next year. Unless the team picks it up. You get Jonathan Kuminga for the 2 years, and then you get all these picks. So, and it doesn't really change the value of these later picks because Draymond's just as old as Jimmy Butler is. Steph's not obviously any younger, depending on either trade. So that would be my other plan. It's just this one's probably harder to convince the Bucks of. You might need to give up like pods 2 or something like that, just to get 2 young players in there. But I mean, 4 first-round picks with 3 of them probably being post Steph Curry unprotected, it's probably pretty good. They definitely have the best picks, I think, of any of the 4 teams. So
yeah, I would say you and the Heat probably have the best shot in the Giannis sweepstakes.
Mm-hmm.
Because my honest opinion, just looking at it from the perspective, right? Like, if you're trading Giannis, why are we not starting over? We're trading the franchise.
Right.
So I would prefer younger players with picks compared to like what you said with Minnesota, me taking on 2 older guys and a couple picks. But now I'm stuck with these 2, and if they fall off, I'm stuck with all this money.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
So that's why I said, like, even if it want to be Jimmy Butler or Draymond, either way, either or, okay. You know what I mean? I can understand either or. Yeah. I think like Kuminga makes the pot sweet. I think if you're on the other side, like I think the Heat, you know what I mean, especially if you're willing to give up any of your young players and or Tyler Hero.
Yep.
That makes it a little bit.
Yeah.
But if I'm the Bucks, bro, like if I'm trading Giannis, if I'm trading the franchise, I'm going with the young guys and the picks because I have an opportunity now to build around what I have coming in and build with them. I'm not starting like if you bring in, let's say for instance, you do bring in Rudy Gobert, you do bring in Julius Randle.
Yep.
The clock is ticking when the offseason hit because you obviously punted this season. Right. Now I got to go get guard. Now I got to go get this. I got to go get that because I don't want to waste this money on my books. So now I have to accommodate what I have on the roster instead of me just saying, hey, I don't owe nobody. I'm starting over.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion.
Yeah. The reason why I think the Jimmy Butler thing's possible too is because anything else that they get back, like you said, like getting older players isn't enticing to them. Jimmy Butler's not on contract for as long as those guys. And theoretically, if they're rebuilding and tearing it all down, it's not like they're going to be wanting to shell out a max next season anyways. So at least like, cause Jimmy Butler, the 2 years is this year and next. So it's really only one more year you have him. That's why I think it could work. You get Kuminga, you get all the picks, and you get the flexibility going into 2 off seasons from now. Cause you're very clearly not going to be ready next year. So you could have that on the roster. And then say Jimmy Butler comes back next season and he plays well. That's a trade candidate for them too. So for like a 1-year Jimmy Butler trade, that's a piece that they can move for a little bit more back again.
All of it's the perspective of the Bucks at this point.
Right. Yeah, it just depends on how hungry they are to move off them. Because, like, if it gets to a situation, like, we don't know what Giannis is saying to them. I don't think they're the type of team to let Giannis's, like, intentions, like, split. But if Giannis is like, I need to be gone by tomorrow, this is probably the package they take. But I don't know.
I think he's pushing the issue.
Yeah.
It's too much talk. Like before, it was rumored.
Yeah.
But now you have a real deal beat reporter say, hey, look, I've talked to the Bucks. I've talked to this team and that team. They are in conversation. You know what I mean? I think tomorrow, you might see it tonight. You know how the NBA ain't like NFL. They wait till the daytime. They might make a move at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It could happen while we're
wake up in the middle of the night and Giannis shipped out.
Yep. Absolutely.
I think it's interesting, though. I think the Ja Morant is also interesting, though.
Yeah. He's another name to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, I don't think
I think the Grizzlies flipping it, man. I think they're done. I think the run with the team they had. I think they recouping. I think how many didn't they get 4 picks today for Jaren Jackson?
I think they're going to get a lot more for Jaren Jackson than they're going to get for Ja.
You muted. You got to be muted.
Oh, let me see. No, I'm not muted.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hear me? You hear me?
I can't hear him. I'll let him come back.
Yeah. Okay. My thing with Ja Morant is I don't think he's going to get anywhere near the package that Jaren Jackson's going to get because, I mean, they're basically the same age. Ja's making way more money, and he's got the off-the-court stuff, and he hasn't been as good since the off-the-court stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's not like we're trading, 2021 Ja. Yeah. But no, you hear me, Smitty? Smitty? You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, cool. But no, what I was saying was I don't think they're going to get anywhere near as much as they did for Triple J as they're going to get.
No. That wasn't my point. I was asking you, they got 4 picks today for Jaren, right?
I believe it was 3 picks and 4 players. 4 for 4 players, 3 picks.
Okay. And then last year they got 4 picks for Desmond Bain.
I believe so.
So if you can pull off 3 picks for Ja,
I
mean, what is that? A total of
11 picks.
Yep.
11 picks.
Yep.
So you're in a good running. You know what I mean? I think that's where they at, bro.
I think so too. My only concern with like a Ja trade is I don't know what team is out there that's going to be willing to give up like what the Grizzlies want because for one, I haven't seen anything, maybe you guys have, in the trade mill about Ja other than the Bucks.
I haven't seen anything to be
The
quite honest.
Heat. That was the only other team. Heat and Bucks. That's the 2 teams I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Heat to me is more interesting because I think if they lose out on Ja, if they lose out on Giannis, they bring in Ja to run the 1, Tyler Hero at the 2. They may not have to give up Norman Powell either. It can be their 6th man of the year. Maybe that's the Jaime Jaquez, Andrew Wiggins package with the shit ton of picks. That's actually pretty interesting, I think. Because I really don't think it's going to be they're going to get anywhere near. They might get the amount of picks that they want, but it's going to sacrifice getting any players back. Because I don't think Ja's worth what he was 4 years ago. Because he's just not been as good since the off the court stuff.
Should I say 2 years ago after the first incident?
Yeah.
You could have got 5 picks right there if you wanted to call it quits because teams would have took a chance. Because that. He had multiple incidents now, injuries, and his play on the court is off.
Yeah.
I say 2 firsts and a second, to be honest.
Now, if the Grizzlies are like, we just need to move him, there is a chance he ends up with the Bucks with Giannis, but I don't know. That seems a little tough to get like two really high paid, like high caliber players in one fucking trade deadline without having like a lot of great pieces. It's difficult.
Hold on, didn't we watch the Bucks do this before though?
What do you mean?
They did it with Dame.
Who else did they
Same
get?
scenario. They didn't really get a lot back. You can look at the trade, but they didn't get nothing to help that team.
Sure, but my thing is like, I don't know.
All I'm saying is they've done this routine before where we was like, why did you bring in Dame with that lackluster roster with no depth, and you gave up your little bit of depth?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got for NBA. That's pretty much every trade I care to talk about, and I wanted to go over a couple of those trade options. I think they're pretty realistic. I think last time you and I did this was maybe last trade deadline, maybe a year before that, and I don't think we came up with anything nearly as good as this time.
Yeah.
Like these are all legitimate, like possible except like we've seen way worse trades than we've put together today.
Right.
So
and we will continue to see worse.
right. So we'll see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. What else you guys want to hit on football related before we get into the Super Bowl itself?
We can touch on the how we got here.
Yeah.
Obviously we got some bird stuff to talk about. But yeah, wherever you want to go next, bro.
I want to talk about like the AFC divisional / conference championship game. What a weird thing coming out with Bo Nix and Sean Payton. You guys see it? Seen any of that?
Where he had announced the injury after the fact.
No, not even that.
Back in.
Not even that. Like Sean Payton came back out and like did like told everyone about the injury, which was fine. But like 2 days later, Sean Payton was doing press and he basically said straight to the media, like, yeah, it's not a huge surprise. It was just a matter of time for his ankle because he hurt it in high school. He hurt it in college. He did all this, like basically giving out his entire injury history and talking about how this was kind of like, in the back of our minds. And like Bo Nix basically went online and was like, yeah, this is bullshit.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No.
Did you see that, Smitty? Because that's like Sean Payton's been known to like just say shit to say shit. But like, I mean, Bo Nix just took you to the AFC Championship game.
Right.
And now we're talking about how, like to me, that is just let's do whatever we can now to limit his value when we have to pay him an extension 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Like that's all that is to me.
That's shady business.
Yeah.
It's a shame that happened because, like in our predictions, we had Denver going pretty deep. I know you and I think had them going to the bowl.
I believe so.
But yeah, it was unfortunate. Some good games though.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bills Broncos game. Another classic. Another choke job by Josh Allen, which it for some uncomfortable conversations. I think for us, we understand that this has been a yearly occurrence for Josh Allen, and we kind of have to have that uncomfortable conversation about legacy. He's in that conversation of quarterbacks that just can't get it done.
Right.
So I think for me, like this was a playoff run for Josh Allen where there was no excuses. All of your big time, the big four, so to speak, Pat, Burrow, Lamar, and you. Well, your constituents weren't in the playoffs, and you had the runway to make it happen, and ultimately, he didn't make it happen. He threw 2 picks, had a couple fumbles.
Yep, 4 turnovers.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, can he ever take him to the Super Bowl? I
really do
with
think
the right
so.
team he probably could, but as constructed, I just don't think I don't think he can. But it's not it's more of a roster construction standpoint.
I 100% agree. Yeah. It sucks because it's weird. Like, you would think because I'm a Jets fan, I hate on the Bills so much. I actually don't. I enjoy watching them play. But like the thing that sucks about Josh Allen is that he does choke in the playoffs quite often, but he also has some of the greatest performances in a loss you'll ever see too. But it's so hard because it's the guy does everything right 100% of the time. He does everything right. He says the right thing. You can see he's a down-to-earth human based off of everything we see on social media. I mean, none of us have actually met the guy, but that's just what it seems like.
Right.
And it just sucks because these are the types of players that you root for in the NFL, and in all the sports in general. And I think he can get it done. It's just it's got to be the perfect storm. And I feel like we've been saying that year in and year out that it's got to be the right thing. And maybe that means he's not as great of a talent as we originally thought. But I mean, I don't think anyone can convince me that he's out of the top 3 quarterbacks still. I mean, he really doesn't fall anywhere for me. It's just kind of 4 turnovers, and that's kind of what it was. I mean, it's not like he's been bad all season or anything like that, or he's fallen off. It's unfortunate because I think that's the type of guy that we want to see win and compete in a Super Bowl at some point. I mean, this Super Bowl this year is going to be fun. I'd much rather watch Josh Allen try to carve up this Seahawks defense than Drake May.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Drake May is great and he's fun, and the Patriots are interesting. They're a really good story with Mike Vrabel taking over that team. But I want to see Josh Allen try to go win a Super Bowl against his defense.
Yeah, but again, this has been 7 years in the making now, and he just can't get over the hump. And obviously, part of it's on him, making mistakes in big moments.
Right.
I think a larger part, like I said, is roster construction. I mean, you do have, a couple years of top 10 defenses and, pretty good offenses, but, the pass catchers at times being, not what is to be desired, is something that has hindered, the Bills historically. And Sean McDermott was fired because of it. He was scapegoated because the front office didn't want to take accountability for not surrounding the franchise quarterback with the talent that he needs to go to the Super Bowl. It's the old adage that they keep saying, everybody's better than Jalen Hurts, he gets carried. But, why, if everybody's so much better than Jalen Hurts, why do they need what he has to be successful? It's a team sport. And, he makes mistakes. Those mistakes are on him, but, it all goes hand in hand. But, like I said, there has to be some conversation about, is he really a guy that can get it done? Because, this is 0 for 7 now.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I really do still think he is. And it's easy to have that conversation after 7 straight, misses in the Super Bowl. But not many guys win multiple Super Bowls or make it to multiple. Most guys, a lot of guys, if they do, they get to 1 and they win it or they lose it. And that's kind of just how it is. And they're still greats, Doug Williams made it to 1 Super Bowl and won it. You know what I mean? I think Josh Allen can get it done at some point. It's just unfortunately, like most quarterbacks in history, it's gonna take the perfect storm for him to do it. And that's okay. You know what I mean? The guy is great in the regular season, still pretty consistently. He needs help in the offensive weaponry room. I 100% agree with you. He just might not quite be the guy that can just do it himself in the postseason. And not honestly, there really aren't many guys that can do it. Maybe for a game, what I mean? Like Pat's done it for a game, Brady's done it for a game, multiple games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you need the whole roster. I mean, we talk about it year in and year out, like looking at some of these contenders. I mean, you can never count out these teams that have elite quarterbacks, but I mean, we were talking about the Ravens all year. The Ravens have such a great quarterback, but that secondary was so piss poor outside of Kyle Hamilton that, like, that we knew they weren't going to go anywhere because they were going to get carved up by the next like good quarterback they see. So it's just kind of is what it is at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I gotta play devil. Y'all shooting him too much bail up here. Y'all are shooting Josh Allen too much bail. He had help. He ran him off, and now he's in the Super Bowl with an opportunity to win a ring. And everybody in the Patriots organization raves about him being a great teammate, a great locker room character, a great on-field motivator. And all you heard from the Bills organization was how much of a cancer he supposedly was.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like everywhere else that he's went, he's been just fine. Even when he was with the Texans, you didn't hear any bad rhetoric on Stephon Diggs when he was with them. You didn't hear any this season with the Bill with the Patriots. It seems like to me he was probably just boisterous about, hey, we need to be better on offense. You got to stop turning the dang ball over and putting us in bad spots so we can win games. And they didn't like that because it seems to me when everybody's standing on that stage as a Bills front office, they don't want to put the gun to Josh. They don't want to tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah,
they don't want to say, hey, him turning the ball over 4 times in a game lost us the game.
Mm-hmm.
No, they blame Sean McDermott for his roster construction when he wasn't even in charge of roster construction.
Right.
But they kept. See, this is what I'm upset about. If you fire Sean McDermott, the GM should have been fired too.
I 100% agree. I
too.
said that the second Sean McDermott said, I sent a text to Anthony. I said, that's the most scapegoat for your quarterback situation I've seen in a very long time. And why isn't the GM fired? Because the worst thing about that team, sure, Josh Allen needs to limit turnovers, but that roster shouldn't have even been there in the first place.
Mm-hmm. It's an organization.
He has failed at his job, bro. Like, if you want to be 100% honest, like, okay, if you got rid of Stephon Diggs been going on 3 years after this season, right? Mm-hmm. You should have been able to replenish your wide receiver room after one wide receiver left. You've not done that, and then not only did you not do it, you put Keon Coleman on the grill to fry for it. Yep. A guy that you drafted, a guy that you said you didn't want, that Sean McDermott want, but we have very valid proof that you did. So I mean, it's just to me like his mistakes are going under the bus, but everybody else is the one getting hit. It just doesn't feel right to me.
I totally get that. I don't know if I necessarily put the whole Diggs thing like on Josh that he like ran him out of town or anything like that. I think it was organizational as a whole, but I think Josh is the type of guy that's like, because I think about it, like, you got to play devil's advocate with it too. Like, if Josh is at the presser and he gets asked a question about Stephon Diggs and his issues within the organization, Josh can't just say Stephon Diggs is right, he's my guy, and then shit on the organization at the same time. Even if he says nothing about it.
Just hired Frank Bush.
Who the hell's that?
Inside linebacker coach for formerly of the Titans.
Okay.
We hired him?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. That means somebody got fired. That means somebody getting fired?
Bobby King?
Who's getting fired? Is
Inside
it the one
linebackers,
I hate the most?
But we're Bobby King?
Nah, I like Bobby. What's our outside linebacker coach name? Jeremiah. I hate him.
Washburn?
Yeah, Jeremiah's trash. Him and Aaron Moorhead, they get the benefit of getting first round picks to keep their job.
Complete ass.
I hate both of them so much. Listen. I know we was on Josh Allen, but Kyle, tell me this. Outside of Devontae Smith, take them off the table. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown were built commodities. Tell me the receiver you watch come in this wide receiver room in the last 5 years and develop to anything better than they were before they got here.
Nobody.
I'll wait.
Nobody.
He
The
hasn't developed
best
a soul.
The best form of a player giving you any type of production, just showing up on your team, is Travis Fulgham for 2 weeks. That's the best you guys have gotten.
He is horrible, bro. He hasn't developed any wide receivers. He hasn't even helped the 2 wide receivers we got here at the top tier. You don't see them do some of the small things your wide receiver coach should be preaching to you. Hey, if Jalen is in trouble, we are getting either in his throwing path or we're getting open. We're not stopping and standing still and looking at Jalen run around. They have no scramble drill. Yeah. They have no awareness in zone. None of that, bro. You don't see our wide receivers break off routes and sit down and give Jalen a wide open target. It's plenty of times where I'm like, Jahan, if you just bust that back, you're wide open. No, you ran down the field, and then when you realized you were locked up, you stood there.
Yeah.
It is amazing how you guys have gotten absolutely nothing extra out of Jahan Dotson, who had a pretty nice start to his career.
He didn't get any. He got worse here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's like the 5th option probably in receiving if you include Saquon Barkley, but still,
he was a 1st-round pick.
Right.
You would think, we'd get something out of him.
Right.
I watched the tight end coach come in this year, 1 year, and I seen Dallas Goedert be a better version of himself in 1 season compared to his whole career. And Aaron Moorhead been here all this time. I haven't watched one person developing in anything. I haven't seen one better version of anything.
Me either.
Ever. And guess what? I actually think Darius Cooper is a nice talent, but I don't think Aaron Moorhead can get anything out of him.
I agree.
I think he should be gone. If Stoutland has left the building, then Aaron Moorhead should be on the next thing smoking.
Yeah. I wanted Moorhead gone after 2023. But
I said the same thing. He should have been fired with Brian Johnson, bro.
Yeah. But somehow bro kept the job.
Because our 2 top wide receivers keep going in the Howie Roseman room and sitting in bail. Man, we like Aaron Moorhead. We mess with him. You know why? Because he don't chastise or tell you anything other than what you already do. Because he is just there for decoration. Aaron Moorhead is horrible.
Yeah. He doesn't push the receivers to.
I watched the Jets. I watched the Titans. I watched all the teams that's picking in the top 5 receivers do the small things that Aaron Moorhead couldn't teach a puppy.
Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true.
He's horrible, bro, and he keeps getting a job because Devontae Smith and AJ Brown keep telling the front office how much they love Aaron Moorhead. Let's go in and tell the truth that he not getting y'all any better, bro.
Yeah, it's the easy way out. It's the easy way out. They know just as much as he does, so
If you want the best out of Sean Mannion at this point, you have to bring in everything that helps him get you bring in a new quarterback coach, you bring in a new running back coach. I mean, you got to bring in guys that are going to preach his scheme.
Yeah.
I'm upset about the Stoutland because I believe Stoutland can transform into any way you want to run it. You want to run it the Chip Kelly way, he did that, and he's done it the power way. However you want to run the ball, he can adjust his line. So I didn't like that. But I think, now you get an opportunity to bring in somebody that maybe is under that LaFleur tree as an assistant. You know what I mean? He comes in and he's getting the guys rolling the way Sean Mannion wants to see it ran. And I understand it a little bit.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, and really the major issues for us last year was rooted in the offensive line and the run game, and Stoutland deserved criticism for that. And I understand the change. Like you said, it sucks because he's been such a staple and such a great coach and has accomplished so much. But it's just like when Andy Reid got fired. It's not that he's a bad coach. It's just the shelf life ran out, and it was time for a fresh start. But overall, I mean, yeah, we can segue to the Eagles. I'm curious what your thoughts on Sean Mannion are. The more I've thought about it, and I'm glad that we took our time and got a lot of different perspectives on how we can right the ship on the offense. The more that I've slept on this hire, the more I like it because of the tree. Not necessarily he's got a lot of coaching experience, but the playing experience, and just the raving reviews across the league about how smart he is, how detailed he is. Coaches have said that he's one of the most prepared coaches and individuals, players, whatever, that they've seen. So I like that, and he also brings some fresh ideas from the LaFleur McVay tree. So I don't know. What
I
are
think
your
if you want
thoughts
to, I
on
think if you
Sean?
want to get out of this stagnant situation, right? You can't keep going back to the old water fountain and getting the same rusty water. I mean, yeah, Kellen Moore was a good move for the moment. Yes, Shane Steichen was a good move for the moment. But if you want to see your team elevate, you want to see your team progress, you want to see us get better, I think it's time to get some fresh ideas in the room. And I think with Sean Mannion, if you give him the autonomy that they're speaking of, letting him bring in his own guys, build his own offense, and kind of run it the way he wants to, and he doesn't have to run what Sirianni has put on the table for the last 4 or 5 years. I think when you look at it from that perspective, I think you're giving Jalen kind of what he wants to. He wants autonomy in the room. He wants guys he can build with and stay with for the long run. He don't want to keep switching coordinators every year. I think this is the opportunity where you can get 2 or 3 years out of an OC. And if things go down, you kind of got Josh Grizzard right there. You got some guys I think you're going to bring in that Sean Mannion is going to also mold up under him. You know what I mean? As an offensive side of the ball, I think we're going to see a few more changes at these positions. And I think when you look at it from like how everybody's talked about him, I think this is what Jalen has been wanting, bro, for some time. He wants somebody that's going to challenge him. He wants somebody that's going. He talks like how they talk about Sean Mannion is the stuff we listen to Jalen say all the time. He loves to be prepared. Preparation is the key. Like he's always talking about putting the work in. So I think when you bring in a Sean Mannion, somebody that's young, new, innovative mind. He's taking multiple different perspectives to put on the field. And he's coming from the quarterback-centric OC. I think those OCs, to me, are the ones that succeed the most, the ones that are ex-quarterbacks. They see the game a little bit better. I know this is only going to be his third year. I think he's gonna do well, man. I think you let him get everything around him the way he needs so he can settle his foundation. And you can change what's going on in the locker room.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. One of the reasons why I actually really like the hire is like you could say that like experience is an issue, but like I think there's a comfort in going into an unknown quantity that like regardless, at least you tried something and it's not like this was predictable that it was going to be bad. You know what I mean? Like with Kevin Patullo, we all kind of felt like going into the season, it was like, well, what's the play calling going to look like? Is it going to be bad? Is it going to be good? Like, and there's still a little bit of that with a new hire, but at least it's like
I think
you can't go into it being.
I think more with Kevin Patullo though. Yeah. I think it was more like we know the cycle. This is the Brian Johnson-esque thing, and with Sean Mannion, he comes from a completely different tree, different offensive mindset, and things are gonna look different in a good way.
Yeah,
and even though he doesn't have the play calling experience, he's like Smitty said, he comes from that QB centric mind. Always prepared. I feel like it'll be kind of natural just because, he's a quarterback and, he should have the natural feel for the game that you need for when you're calling plays.
My only concern, and it could be a big one depending on where it goes, like the start of the season, how much of a runway are they going to give him to make mistakes in play calling before Nick Sirianni pulls the pin and he starts calling plays?
They brought him in. They brought in a OC and Josh Grizzard, who was an OC last year, who's going to be the assistant OC and the pass game coordinator. Okay. So I think if anything, he's going to lean on Josh to help him in those tough times compared to Sirianni, because Sirianni don't run the scheme. I think that was kind of the point of Sirianni. And I know people are going to say, "Oh, it was Howie." I think this is a Sirianni move. You want my hands out of it? I'm gonna take what I do best out of it. I'm gonna take my scheme off the table. I'm gonna put a new scheme in the room and let's see if we get better.
I like that. That's good then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I think it's good, especially, for the talk that was, if they can't find a play caller, Nick Sirianni can always call plays. That was just rage bait, because we all know Nick Sirianni can't call plays. Can't draw plays.
Adam Schefter laughed himself when he said that, bro. He smirked.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing, bro.
Yes.
But he knew this Stoutland thing was coming, though.
Yeah. That and apparently this new stadium that they're talking about.
Yeah, Jeff Lurie possibly wants to put a dome so he can bring a Super Bowl to Philly.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't either. I don't either. As someone that's been to the link numerous times, there's nothing like football at the sports complex in South Philly in the link. You're putting a dome in, you're just taking the football out of football. I was at that divisional round game, the snow game with Saquon going ballistic. That's peak football right there.
I mean, I wouldn't tell
You're not going to get that in a dome.
I wouldn't tell New Orleans fans that taking football out of football is playing in a dome. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little bit different, though. They've been playing in a dome since the 70s, so it ain't nothing new to them. But when you're used to that cold weather and the football elements, I mean, you even see Chicago's, they're going to be doing this too. Like, they're moving to Illinois or Indiana to build a dome.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I hope that's not the case, but as time goes on, as things move along, it seems like that's
you didn't hear Jeff Lurie talking about it? He actually talked about it. He had a whole thing about talking about it. He was like, he's always thought about bringing a Super Bowl to Philly. You know what I mean? He feels like the fans deserve it. As much time as they put in on the team, he feel like they deserve like a Super Bowl experience.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah, because he also did say, he likes the the football weather aspect of the game. So it's just kind of finding that happy medium. So I don't know if it's like one of those situations where they build a dome with a retractable roof. But if there's weather, they're going to close the freaking roof. And they're just going to be playing in a dome. So what's the point? You might as well just build the dome. I don't like it. I like outdoor football, especially in the winter. But that's just me. I don't know. And not to mention, like, the infrastructure in Philly, can it handle? I mean, they are hosting the World Cup. Can they handle a Super Bowl? Is there enough like hotels? Is the infrastructure able to handle a Super Bowl?
It's kind of removed from a lot, and it's a little bit of a bitch getting in there. I think the easiest spot to get into is Wells Fargo, because you can get up on that fucking highway and literally take an exit right into the parking lot. But I don't think it's the same.
I mean, essentially, it's right there too by 95. So
yeah.
The
I think
whole
you're right.
sports complex is right in there. It's right by 95, which is what makes it so good because you just, you get right off the highway and boom, you're right there.
Yeah, but I think you are right. It is kind of removed from stuff to where, like, it's not super far, but at the same time, it's like, how bad is it going to clog
Aren't the
up?
Commanders going dome too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
That stadium is gonna be dope too. I seen it. I seen like a preview of what they got.
It's gonna be fire.
Uh-huh.
It's not coming until what, 2030, 2031?
Yeah, 30.
It'll be fire though. On the RFK grounds, but
Chiefs' new stadium gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's coming. We love the link though. We love the link.
It feels like Jeff Lurie gonna join the Times though.
Yeah.
It might not be soon though. I think if it do happen, it'll be 5 or 6 years down the road. He's not gonna rush into it.
Yeah. Well, they have I guess they have a contract to play there till 2031. At Lincoln Financial Field. So I guess at that point, if they decide to, build something and go elsewhere for 2032, I just hope it's not out of Philly or out of that South Philly area. Like a lot of these teams are like Chicago, for example. Chicago Bears playing in Indiana is kind of weird. It'd be awful if the Eagles were playing like in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Like, why? But I don't know. We'll see. But none of that news was AJ Brown is being traded, because that's bullshit. That's not happening. I will reiterate once again: AJ Brown's not going nowhere.
Yep.
But hopefully with the hire of Sean Mannion, that'll get him a little bit more engaged and hopeful and optimistic about the direction of the offense. I think it will.
Yeah.
We just need a guy that's going to utilize our talent properly.
Right.
Kevin Petula was not utilizing AJ Brown properly, or Saquon Barkley, or Devontae Smith. I think Sean Mannion will.
Maybe.
And it's not, force feed him the stats. It's just like, you look at how effortlessly like Clint Kubiak is scheming JSN wide open. Why can't we do stuff like that for AJ Brown? He can do it. So that's all. That is just white noise in my mind.
Fair.
So otherwise, yeah. It's a shame that we ain't in the bowl, but it is what it is. Speaking of the bowl, though, why don't we get into the big game? Yeah,
as we should. I'll pull it up here. So
this is gonna be a fun Super Bowl.
I hope so, man. This has a lot of the makings to be a snoozer.
You think so? It's two perspectives. I'll put it to you this way. There's two perspectives. The snoozer, you're gonna think it's a snoozer, or on the other side of the token, it's gonna be defensive masterclass. You got two good defenses.
I don't think that's what it's gonna be. So my outlook I'm gonna say now my pick to win the Super Bowl. I'm going with Seattle. I think in terms of the playoffs and recent history, Sam Darnold's been playing better football, not to take away from Drake May's potential MVP season. I think Sam Darnold's been playing really good at quarterback. Kenneth Walker probably had one of the best games I've seen him have in his career last week. Kenneth Walker's playing really well. Jackson Smith the Jig was the best wide receiver in this room. Cooper Kupp playing the way he's played this postseason has been great. And that defense is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's pass rush, it's run defense, it's that secondary, Devon Witherspoon and Tariq Woolen. I mean, they're just so good, man. Like the reason why I have a feeling it could be a snoozer is if Drake Mays is limited, is they're like rumoring him to be. I could see the Seahawks just blowing the brakes off of them pretty quickly. Because I don't think they've got a really good running game, even when the pass game's cooking. And also like the Pats just don't. I don't really think they've got guys that can just go out and make a play on the defensive side of the ball. More specifically, like Christian Gonzalez, sure, but outside of that, I mean, it kind of just seems like a good, well-run unit. But like players make the game at the end of the day. Like,
I mean, to be fair, they have some solid dudes on the secondary though. It's not just Gonzo. They got Carlton Davis. Trying to think, they have another corner. I just can't think of his name. But they got 3 good corners.
Yeah.
It'll come to me. I just can't think of.
I know. But I just think with if Drake May's perfectly healthy, I think it's still a closer game. I would still pick Seattle, but with the stuff up in the air about Drake May, I think the only position group outside of offensive line that New England beats Seattle in is quarterback. That's the only one. And if Drake May's limited in any way, I don't even think that's true. So yeah, I like Seattle. I like them to win. Maybe not big, but comfortably. I don't think it's going to be a nail biter. And yeah, dude, Sam Darnold's going to win a fucking Super Bowl. First player in that draft class with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield in it.
Hey, Kyle is now a Seahawks fan.
I am not.
Jets,
nope.
Dead. Chiefs, dead. Rams, dead. Now Seahawks.
Listen. I've made a pick.
Darnold.
I've made a pick. That's all I've done. I've made a pick. But of course, I'm going to ride for my guy that we drafted too. So I like Sam Darnold winning, dude. It's like it's full circle.
There's like 3 former Jets from that team that are on the Seahawks.
Yeah, Leonard Williams is on that team. Yep.
Crazy.
Leonard Williams is retiring after this game too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think the writing's on the wall. I think Seattle's just played so well, and Sam Darnold's going to have. I mean, you could say he's due for a stinker in the playoffs, but with how he played in that conference championship game, I mean, I
don't know. I'm right there with you. I think Seattle. I like Seattle in this game.
Yeah. I think the stinker propaganda for Sam Darnold's off the board. I think that's off the board. I think he's proven himself enough.
Yeah, I think the divisional round. He start that Niners game. He found his flow state, and that just carried on in the NFC Championship game. And I mean, against this Patriots defense, that I think is a favorable matchup overall.
Yeah, it's a good squad.
I think for him favorably, it's gonna be a good matchup. He's just been balling out. I could see it though. I could see it being more of a lower scoring game, more of a defensive game, just because of the 2 defenses. But I think I personally like the Seattle defense against the New England skill players. I think that's probably where the game is going to be decided. The Seattle secondary versus the Patriots receivers. Because if they're disrupting the timing and Drake May doesn't have much of anywhere to go with the football, it's going to be a long day for New England.
Yep.
And it's going to be tough for them to get the run game going. I mean, they're not like a super run volume type of team. I mean, they're by committee with Stevenson and Travion Henderson. But it's. I don't think it's going to be enough to beat Seattle. And the NFC in general has just been, better than the AFC this year. So I will say I wouldn't be surprised though if it's like, shades of Super Bowl. What was that? Super Bowl 43. The Seahawks Broncos, the beat down.
Seahawks Broncos. Yeah, that's I think that's 44. I think. Oh. Seahawks Broncos. Oh, that's 48.
48. My bad.
48.
Yeah, you know what I meant. 48.
Yep.
It gets a little foggy with all the freaking Roman numerals. 48. 48. Yeah. The one in the Meadowlands.
Yep.
All right. So I can't make a pick, right? I can't make a pick, but I'm gonna give you the dilemma that I'm dealing with before I make a pick. Because by Saturday I have to make a pick. All right. So dilemma on one side. I think after watching Drake May in the playoffs, I'm very underwhelmed with his performance in the two games that I have watched. I haven't liked what I've seen out of the run game with Travion Henderson not getting many catches. And outside of Booty, to be honest, Butte, however you want to say his name, the receiving core for the Patriots as a whole, even with Stephon Diggs, has been very, very lackluster.
Agreed.
I think that defense, though, is really carrying them, really keeping them in games. On the other side of the ball, I got a well-oiled machine.
Yep.
The defense has been playing how it needs to keep the game. Obviously, last week, a lot of points given up, but it was like that's how the game was flowing. You know what I mean? It was just in that manner. Like when you play a team like that, like the Rams, that's your third time playing them, they kind of know your weaknesses. You know what I mean? And they had the same type of game in that Thursday night game where it was like 38-37. But if you look at their first matchup, when the Rams weren't prepared for what was coming, it was 19-21.
Yep.
So it's like when I look at the Rams game, I'm just like, they kind of know them. You know what I mean? They kind of know them. So when I'm looking at it, like, who's gonna cover JSN? Like, yeah, Christian Gonzalez is a great corner, but when you start moving JSN and all these weird, wonky moves, and you getting him in all these backfield motions, and he's doing, you know what I mean? He's orbit motioning, and he's putting Christian Gonzalez in all this traffic.
Yep.
It's gonna be tough. And in those situations, you still have to worry about Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
You still got to worry about K9 in the receiving game.
Rashid
you still got to worry
Shaheed.
about it. Like that's like, to me, it just seems like a lot to be on the table. But I know Mike Vrabel so well, he's going to have his defense prepared for a lot. I just don't know if they can be prepared for everything. So right now I'm 50-50, but I'm leaning a little towards Seattle.
Yeah,
just with what I've seen so far.
My thought process comes down to, I think both these defenses are going to play well to great. It's just, if I look at both the offenses, which one is going to make a game-breaking play to be the deciding factor? I can't see this New England offense doing anything that's going to win them the game. But the Seattle defense, I mean, the Seattle offense, like Rashid Shaheed might be the third name on that list I could see making a big play, and he's done it like 3 times already in the last 5 weeks. So, like, like there's a lot of options that they have. And you're right with the motion of JSN. I mean, he's the rare receiver where he's the same player no matter where you line him up. I think that has, the way Cooper Kupp's been playing, I think it's just a lot to ask. Not to mention, they've gotten a lot of really good games out of their tight ends this season too. Like, that's a slept-on part of their team. Like, A.J. Barner is nice. He's a good tight end. He's not great. He's not going to break the game, but I mean, if they somehow manage to slow down those 3 receivers, A.J. Barner can go for 6 catches for 75 in the TUD any given week. So, I think it's a little too much for New England to handle. And honestly, New England's kind of playing with house money, dude. Like, I mean, third year quarterback. They got another year to do this thing, retool the roster, another year under Mike Vrabel. You could say, are they gonna? Did they probably peak with this current roster? Probably. I mean, 14-3 with a Super Bowl appearance. It's hard to beat that. But they're gonna have Drake May for a while, and if he's in MVP candidate in year 3, I mean, who knows what's to come. But I just think, and like we say a lot about, like, a lot of people talk about Sam Darnold. They're not really sure what they're going to get, but like Sam Darnold's seen a lot in this league at this point. He's been with a lot of different schemes, a lot of different coaches. He's seen a lot of different ball. He's probably started now 5 full seasons at this point. So he has neither of these teams have been there before. But if I were to trust anyone in this situation, given recent history, it would be Sam Darnold too. So yeah. And I don't
say, but
right. It is crazy to say
so well.
And I think I think Mike Vrabel's probably the better coach, but I don't even know
Mike
if that's
McDonald.
I don't even know if that's necessarily true. Mike Vrabel's in the media more. I think that has a lot to do with it when you have these types of conversations. But Mike McDonald's
I think Mike Vrabel just had an extra run. You know what I mean? He had the run in Tennessee, so it's a little bit of a I have the resume over your resume. But I just think about it like you said something that made me think of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Sam Darnold has seen more than teams have seen him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what scares me in the Super Bowl, because it's like, what do you do if he comes out and just like explodes? Like he goes out there and he's like, he's bombing you all over the field and he's hitting everything, and it's one of those days like, how do you tell
the
Drake
NFC
May
Championship game Exhibit A?
I mean, I'll tell you what.
How do you tell a young quarterback like, hey, I need you to go out there and like really put it on the line, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, if he throws for 300 yards with 1 or less turnovers, they're blowing out the Patriots. Like it's going to require a average to below average, I think, Sam Darnold game for them to win, unless Drake May has his best game of the season this week. Like, I think that's that. You know what I mean? Like, but if Sam Darnold comes out there and throws, 65 plus completion percentage, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, like I think that's enough to get it done. Because, like I said, their running game's been really good these last couple of weeks. Like it's crazy to say a 14-3 team feels like it's peaking at the right time, but they kind of are. Like everything's clicking right now.
I mean, look at us last year. They were peaking around this time, and that's kind of what Seattle's done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I think
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, Seattle's my pick.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if it's like Super Bowl 48 where they're just BTA.
Yeah. I don't think it's a lopsided favorite. Like I could see a world where the Patriots win. I mean, if Drake May's like, in the breadbasket every single throw like he's been throughout the year, and not a turnover machine, and they get a big run. They get a big run from Travion Henderson. He's capable of it.
My question is like when I think about them, that what I haven't seen in the postseason that I've seen a lot in the regular season, are you going to allow him to put the ball back upfield?
Right.
It's been a lot of this shaky shit. Is it time to start like attacking? Like I just don't know. Like what do you? What's going on? And Josh McDaniels scares me as an OC at times.
I agree.
Yeah,
but he also
I agree.
It's like one of those things where I'm like, here's their experience again. Though he's been in this situation, he's been here before. Like,
won these games.
Can he scheme up a way to beat Seattle? It's just tough for me, man. When I'm looking at all the retrospects, it's just like, it's tough because I can see it. Like you just said, I can see a world where the Patriots come out and win. I can see a world where Seattle come out and win. The worlds are not splitting evenly right now for me because of what I've seen from the Patriots so far. But that defense is making it a little bit more. That Patriots defense is real, man.
It's good. It's really good.
But what do you do when Seattle cooking though? That's the only question. If they get the cooking.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest game plan for Vrabel. Don't let them start. They start slow, but if you let them get the engine rolling, they punch you from a bunch of different directions, bro. The next thing you know, you done got hit for a 60-yarder with Shaheed over the top.
Right. Like that was like second snap of the game last week.
Yeah, like or he kick returned it, and then you really in trouble.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be an interesting matchup on Sunday, man. It should be us, but it shouldn't be us because we made the decisions that we made to put ourselves in this
Kevin
boat,
Patullo. It shouldn't be us because of Kevin Patullo, but it should be us because we had the best roster out of everybody. It is what it is, though. You know the cycle, though. Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, Pro Bowl next year.
Super Bowl.
We'll see.
We hope the trend continues. You know what Jalen said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, hey, they robbed my boy of Pro Bowl MVP too. I don't care what nobody says.
I didn't even watch that shit, bro. I used to love the Pro Bowl like 8 years ago, like 10 years ago, watching Odell and Jarvis Landry and like the fucking.
And it was low key fun though. I mean, Kyle, it was low key fun. You know why? Because they started being creative as a team. It was just like fun to watch. Like Dak playing center, and then he do like a little roll around. Jalen pitch it, and then Jalen kept trying to get a receiving touchdown. Bro, it was so. Hey, Ant, did you watch it at all?
I saw a little bit of it.
Okay, so Jalen threw like a pass to CeeDee Lamb on the right side. And then Jalen takes off running. He's like clapping at CeeDee like, pitch it.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh. But this man is trying to get, and then he like threw it to Dak on like a flea flicker. And then he took off running. He like threw his hand up. He was like, Dak. I'm like, bro, this man want to receive a touchdown so bad. It would have been funny if he would have threw it though. I would have enjoyed to just see him attempt to catch the ball at least.
Yeah,
because he dropped the
last time where
CeeDee Lamb
threw him over his head, and yeah.
But he had either 3 or 4 touchdowns in the Pro Bowl.
I think it was 3.
I know he had 2 to Jake Ferguson, 1 to CeeDee Lamb, but I thought he got 1 to. No, he got a conversion to Pickens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he really scored 4 times.
Throw a pick, though.
Man, that was Dak's fault, man.
It was Dak's fault. It was Dak's fault.
It was like a double pass play or something like that.
Yeah, he pitched it to Jalen. He rolled out to the right and
he just chucked it.
Yeah. Arm punt.
Kyle Hamilton. But look, it was like the receiver didn't even like see it coming or nothing. Because he ran past Kyle Hamilton. Like you could have easily boxed Kyle out. Yeah. But it was interesting though. I would have said if they brought back some of the skill challenges that they had previously, it would have been a better watch. Because just watching them go straight into 7-on-7 was just like, all right, well, what's up with what did you bring the offensive lineman for? What did you bring the defensive lineman for? I don't even think Quinyon played.
I didn't see it. Well, no, he actually gave up his spot to Nahshon Wright, so he wasn't even there.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know that until after the fact. I saw on Twitter.
I stopped caring about
it.
I didn't even see that.
I stopped caring about the Pro Bowl.
But Coop was trying to, Coop was playing receiver.
Yeah, he had a nice little, off the dirt catch.
Nah, what really made me mad was I thought Shador was like, deep DI, but then I looked at all the injuries and who could and could not participate. I understood why he ended up in.
Yeah. I mean, shit. They asked your boy Justin Fields to be in the Pro Bowl, Kyle.
Bro, like I'm never gonna watch the Pro Bowl again. Like I don't take it seriously anymore. After Tyrell Huntley got in, I'm like, dude, there is no reason why I should.
Well, this year I know it's for injuries though, but that Tyler Huntley shit was kind of egregious.
That was wild.
And didn't he get it off of like 6 games? Didn't he play like 6 games and ended up getting a Pro Bowl?
4 games. 4.
Snoop Huntley.
Like Shador Sanders, bro. Shador Sanders got a nod. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Well, it would have been Justin Fields.
Nah, but I know why he got his. No. They offer a bunch of different quarterbacks the opportunity to show up. Josh Allen, all of them got offers. They didn't show up. Trevor Lawrence was offered the opportunity. They said no. They turned it down. I think a lot of people are like us though. As players, I think they like us. Like take it as a joke. I think Jalen just went out there to have fun because he's turned it down before too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was having fun.
I used to like watching it for the skills challenges, but now they're fucking boring. So
they don't have them no more. They're done.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just
they took them out. Yeah, it's just the 7. But I think they only doing that because of flag football's allegiance with NFL now or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Who cares anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it just cause my quarterback was there. But if I wouldn't have had no players, I think I probably wouldn't have tuned in.
Yeah, every time he was off the field, I honestly wasn't really watching too much, and then I'm just looking to see if my guys are there. Otherwise, yeah, I could care less.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you say we do this?
I ain't gonna lie, Michael was the show, though. Michael was the show on that scooter.
Yeah, that was funny. Micah Parsons on the scooter.
He was hilarious, bro. But
yep.
Yeah.
You want to knock out this tier maker really quick?
Yeah, let's do it. Out of left field is back for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, let's do it. So what we doing? We ranking every Super Bowl. Not ranking, but we throwing them into the tier maker. All right. So this is what we got. We got 6 categories. GOAT top 5. It's only going to be 5 in that list. All-time classic. Great. Mid. Boring. I only tuned in for the commercials. All right. So let's get after it. It's just going to take me a second.
You got to start from 1.
Yeah, it's going to take me a second to find the graphics. So Super Bowl 1, Packers 35, Chiefs 10. This is the first ever Super Bowl. Bart Starr was the MVP.
I'd say mid.
That shit was boring.
Mid.
Okay. Top right.
Snooze fest. Yeah, that shit was boring.
Well,
I've actually went back and watched it, and it was mid.
But for it being the first one, should it get a bump or is it just mid?
It's mid. It's
mid.
Still mid.
All right, that's cool.
It's the first one, and it's pivotal role in the Super Bowl, but mid.
Green Bay 2. Raiders. That was a good one. That's
back to back. Bart Starr, another MVP. 2 Packers Super Bowls, 33-14.
That was a good one. I don't know if it's an all-time classic, but I would put it in. I would put it there.
All right, cool.
I gotta be honest, I didn't watch Super Bowl 2, so I don't.
Super Bowl 3, unbiased.
Kyle, where you
probably should be up here because of the guarantee. Yeah.
All-time classic.
It's
definitely
Namath,
great.
Yep, Joe Namath MVP, Jets 16, Colts 7. Colts were the dominant team that year. We were the underdog. Joe Namath went in, wanted the guarantee, won us the game.
You say that like you were there, bro.
I was there. I was there in spirit, bro. I swear to God.
I'll take all-time classic. I won't argue with that.
Yeah,
because Joe Namath did talk some ish before that game.
Yeah, talk crazy.
He did. I guarantee a dub, and they got the dub.
Right, like back that shit up. All right, Super Bowl 4, Chiefs 23, Vikings 7, Len Dawson MVP, 1970. What y'all know about this? Listen, I ain't gonna know shit unless it's the peak ones or like maybe last 20 years. So
yeah, I'd say probably mid.
Yeah,
I'd say probably mid. Yeah, I mean Kansas City dominated the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the score really isn't indicative of that, but they controlled the game. It was just it wasn't boring, but
I hear you. Okay.
It had one of the best mic'd up moments in NFL films history, though.
Okay. All right. Super Bowl 5, the Blunder Bowl. Chuck Howley was your MVP. Colts won 16-13. There was a featured 11 turnovers in this game and a game-winning field goal. Boring.
Sure.
Boring. Come on, can we establish some offense?
Yeah.
All right. Cowboys' first Super Bowl win. They go back after losing in Super Bowl 5. Roger Staubach's your MVP. They win 24-3. Do we know anything about this?
No. You could put a Cowboys Super Bowl at boring.
It wasn't bad. I've actually watched that one. I would put it more mid than boring.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. We'll do that.
I gotta call my grandfather and ask him what he thought about that game.
Yeah. Super Bowl 7. It was the Dolphins 14 and the Redskins 7. Jake Scott was your MVP. Miami wins its first title.
That was undefeated Dolphins, right?
I want to say, yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
There's some good lore in that game. I think overall the game was mid.
So great,
but I think the finishing of the undefeated season got to make it a classic.
I agree. I'm with that. Doesn't necessarily have to be all the actual game, so I respect that.
The lore is great on that game. I think the game itself was pretty mid though.
Sure.
They dominated. They had control of that game for a while, and then had a couple turnovers where it was kind of in question. But
yep,
Dolphins go back to back.
Yep, Dolphins back to back, 24-7. Larry Zonka's your MVP, and bro, let me tell you, ChatGPT's a go. I said, hey, give me a brief description of every Super Bowl with all the scores, and this has just been so easy to read off.
There you go.
All right, what are we thinking?
That game wasn't really that good though.
Boring.
Yeah.
Minnesota looked like some cupcakes.
Yep, 7 points. Sounds like it. Speaking of cupcakes, Vikings score even less points in the next one. This is the Steelers' first Super Bowl with Franco Harris winning MVP.
Big dog Franco Harris.
9.
Big Franco.
Question. Immaculate reception. Immaculate reception. That's a regular season game, right?
Nope, that was the divisional round playoff game against the Raiders.
Okay. So this is boring?
Sure, yeah.
Cool. All right. Super Bowl 10, Lynn Swann MVP. Steelers 21, Cowboys 17.
I would say all-time classic.
All-time classic? Okay. Why?
I wouldn't say GOAT top 5, but I would say a future matchup that we'll get into very soon is in that conversation.
Okay, so
this was a good one.
Great.
Well,
okay.
No, put an all-time classic. It got to be classic.
Okay. Why?
You saying great?
I don't know.
I thought that was that game was.
No, I said all-time classic.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think that game was. Oh my god! Like watching the replay now, I would watch it again. Like that was a good one.
The Lynn Swann catch.
Yeah, that catch was nasty.
Yeah, I don't know ball, so I respect.
Wish AJ Brown would have caught it like that, and never mind.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. The Vikings' third Super Bowl loss in the first 11. Raiders 32, Vikings 14. I assume this was Jim Plunkett era for the Raiders?
Nope. Ken Stabler.
Early, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Where are we putting this shit?
Probably mid.
Yeah.
They got a pick 6 off of Fran Tarkenton.
Okay.
That was a crazy era for Vikings football.
Yep. All right.
I'd be sick if we made the Super Bowl that much and didn't win.
Right. Super Bowl 12, Cowboys 27, Broncos 10. The Doomsday Defense gets co-MVPs. It's probably got to be at least mid for the fact that it's the first time ever people have gotten co-MVP. And would you? I don't know. This might be called. Go ahead.
I probably wouldn't go any. I'd probably. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Probably mid.
Okay.
I mean, the defense was dominant in that. Then the Denver offense.
You had a good. I would have went good, but you have great. I don't think it's a great one. I think it's a good one, so we'll leave it at mid.
There you go.
I say good, yeah.
Oh shit! Hang on. This is great. We'll do good. Okay, so I'll move that one down to good.
Super Bowl 12. Move that up to good.
12.
I would move. I'd probably move Super Bowl 1 or 4 up to good. Then, if we're doing a good tier,
I'll do
go 1.
I'll do 1 because it's more iconic. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So we on to Super Bowl 13. This is Steelers Cowboys. Steelers win 35-31.
All time. No, GOAT.
Top 5. Okay. We could adjust it later if need be, but all right, I'll put it up there.
That's one of the GOATs.
Cool. All right. Steelers go back-to-back in Super Bowl 14. Steelers win 31-19. This completed the Steelers dynasty in the 70s.
Against the Rams.
Against the Rams. 31-19.
Probably mid.
Okay.
Good or mid. I'm not really sure.
Okay. First Jim Plunkett Super Bowl here. Raiders win 27-10 against the Eagles, 1981. Super Bowl 15.
Raiders, piece of shit. It was a good game though.
Mm-hmm. So good game.
Yeah, go good.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Then, but
Super Bowl.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about that? The dude that got us completely smacked in the Super Bowl went and left us to go win another. Just piece of dogs.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
San Francisco Bengals.
Yep, 26-21 Niners. Joe Montana's first title.
Probably good.
I'll go great.
Great.
I'll go great too because it's Joe Montana's first.
Okay.
Super Bowl 17. Redskins 27.
There's some great ones from Joe though.
Yep.
Isn't this
Redskins 27, Dolphins 17. John Riggins MVP. Do we know anything about this one?
This is the one I haven't watched. I don't watch. I refuse to want to watch the Commanders. I'm sorry. It's only one Super Bowl I remember them for.
All right, so watch for the commercials. Sounds good to me. All right, Raiders 38, Redskins 9. Marcus Allen MVP. Super Bowl 18.
Boring. I don't know.
I just gonna say the same shit. They got
blowout.
dominated.
Okay. Super Bowl 19 quarterback GOAT matchup. Niners with Montana win 38-16 against the Dolphins in Marino.
Good.
Okay, fine by me. Super Bowl 20, 1986, Bears 46, Patriots 10. This is probably at least great, right? This is the 85 Bears run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
All right. I can fucking find
top.
I ain't gonna lie, I got a game in mind, but I think gotta be a GOAT game.
I got a few in mind. One of them is
No, I just seen it when I was looking at the board.
Yeah.
Giants win against the Broncos 39-20, Super Bowl 21, Phil Simms MVP.
Mid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 22, Redskins 42, Broncos 10, back-to-back losses for John Elway.
Probably another mid.
I think this is a great game. Isn't this this is what's to call it MVP, ain't it? Who the MVP is this game?
Doug Williams.
Yeah. I'm gonna go great. He the first, the implications around the game.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, that's fair.
First black quarterback MVP, Super Bowl MVP.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Niners 20, Bengals 16. This is Super Bowl 23.
It's at least all-time classic.
Okay. All right.
At least.
We can put it there and we'll move it up later if we need to.
Depending on where we go, like it for me could potentially be GOAT.
Okay.
Just because Joe Montana was down, needing to score a touchdown, 2 and change left.
Yep.
And had the legendary. Oh, there's John Candy in the stands and
Another
proceeded to
loss
walk
for-
him down.
Yep. Here go another loss for
John Elway.
Yep.
55-10 Niners. Snoozer.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
It's a snoozer for if you're a Broncos fan, but they was getting clapped.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Giants 20, Bills 19.
Hey, listen, Jerry Rice and Joe Montana went crazy in that game. I mean, completely. I mean, bro.
Yeah.
They did whatever they wanted to the Broncos.
Yep.
Super Bowl 20.
Bills first
all-time
loss.
classic.
All-time classic? Okay.
That's
Battle
the
of field
wide
goals.
right game,
Is
right?
that the field goal?
Right. That's wide right. Yep.
Yeah, all-time
I
classic.
give out to the classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Bills loss number 2. This is to the Redskins in Super Bowl 26.
Boring.
Mark Ripien MVP, 37-24. Boring?
Boring or mid?
I'm going with boring.
What do you think, Smitty?
I remember that game, but
Mark Rippon?
I'm cool where it's at.
All
right. Cowboys first of their back-to-back, 52-17. Troy Aikman MVP. Blowout. Just a great one. Good. Probably somewhere up there. I know a little bit more lore about that game.
The only reason I'll say good is because like the Bills, I felt like they were defeated in that game, bro. Like they just played so bad.
Yep.
They should have played better. This one would be more of the great game than anything because this is the 3-point game, ain't it?
30-13. 30-13 Cowboys. Bills said, I want my get back, and got clapped again.
I'd be sick if that was us against the Chiefs last year.
Yeah, it's like, fuck,
Could not
dude.
be me.
Like, help a brother out.
Could not be me.
All right. Super Bowl 29, Niners 49, Chargers 26, Steve Young MVP.
You could put watch for the commercials or boring.
Watch for the commercials. Got to fill out that tier.
Okay.
All right, cool. Cowboys third of their dynasty in the 90s. 27-17 against the Steelers. Larry Brown, defensive MVP. Where's this one?
That was a decent game, but I don't know where I would put it at though.
Mid? I mean, they had Neil O'Donnell.
We can, you can go mid.
Cool.
I'd say mid.
All right. Okay. Super Bowl 31, Packers 35, Patriots 21, 1997, Desmond Howard, special teams MVP.
I'd say good.
Good. All right. Cool. Elway's first ring. Super Bowl 32, Broncos 31, Packers 24. This one's got to be close to an all-time classic, right?
Yeah, I'd say all-time classic.
Elway don't even deserve that ring.
That's all Terrell Davis right there, baby.
But it's an all-time classic?
Yeah, that's TD.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, I put it all-time classic. That was a good game.
What about the second of the back-to-back wins? Super Bowl 33. What do we think? John Elway MVP, 34-19 Falcons. Or 34-19 Broncos.
Watch for the commercials.
All right. Yeah, ain't nobody
That was a snoozer.
Yep. All right, now we're getting into shit I understand. Here we go. Year 2000. Super Bowl 34. Rams 23. Titans 16. 1 yard short Tennessee finish.
All time or top 5. One of the two.
Let's put it all time for now.
That game will always be remembered, bro. Like,
yeah,
it might be a top.
I'll put it up there, honestly.
I mean, bro, that game is listen. The only reason I say GOAT, right? Yep. That game is synonymous with the Super Bowl. Like, you can't play a Super Bowl commercial without showing the heartbreak of a 1 yard reach miss.
Right. And not only that, the implications of like the Kurt Warner renaissance that happened in that time. Like,
yeah,
greatest show on turf. Like, there's so much to that. I 100% agree. I think that's good. Top 5. We'll put it there. We need to move it. We will.
Yeah.
All right. Super Bowl 35, Ravens 34, Giants 7. This is Ray Lewis MVP, 2001.
Great. Defensive performance, great. Otherwise, probably mid. But that defensive performance alone.
Okay. I'll go great. That's fine. All right. Super Bowl 36. This is Brady's first walk-off.
Good.
Has to be all-time classic at least, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, because implications behind it, I guess. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm with that. All right. This is Super Bowl 37. Buccaneers 48, Raiders 21.
Raiders were getting belt in that one.
Fucking belt, dude. Probably because
It's still a
such
great
belt.
game though, because of how they
great.
performed on defense though. Them boys was pick six, sack.
Yeah. 4 ints.
Super Bowl 38. This is Panthers.
They were doing the Raiders all types of dirty.
Yeah.
What
I'd say that one's a great game.
Great game.
Okay. Could be all-time classic as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Another.
I'm good with great because I think just these ones I know stick in my head. This one doesn't as much.
Bang. Yeah.
All right. Super Bowl 39. Patriots 24. Eagles 21.
Good or great?
What do you think, Smitty?
It broke my heart, but it's probably a classic.
Classic? I'll go with great because it's a loss.
It's probably in the. It got to go great because, bro, that game was like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember at the very end, but shout out to Super Bowl 39 MVP Deion Branch.
Yeah.
Fam.
Yeah.
Which is my second cousin.
The family.
All right. Super Bowl 40. Steelers 21. Seahawks 10. This is, I think, Big Ben. Yeah, it should be Big Ben.
Yeah. Bill Cowher.
Yeah, that's Ben.
Yeah. Where are we at with this?
That's a good game. I don't know if I'd say great.
I'll go good.
Yeah.
Good?
It had its moments, but nothing like what's in the great tier.
Mm-hmm. All right. Super Bowl 41. Colts 29. Bears 17. Peyton's first.
Mid.
Probably. Yeah.
All right. I'm with that. Cool.
Opening kickoff was.
Yeah.
And I'm a Peyton Manning fan, but that game was mid off.
Super Bowl 42. Giants 17. Patriots 14. Helmet catch.
Ooh. Probably GOAT.
Yeah, it's got to be up there for now.
Has to be GOAT.
Yep. I'm with that.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's Super Bowl 43. Steelers 27. Cardinals 23. Santonio Holmes toe tap.
Top five.
Top five. I 100% agree with that.
There's a couple on this list that I'm like, it could be in top 5.
Listen. If we get there, we got to knock one out. Just remember that. So, not there yet.
I got one in mind. We ain't there yet, but we're getting.
Yeah, to knock one out. I think it's that first one up there.
All right. This is Drew Brees' Super Bowl. Saints 31, Colts 17. Probably good.
Yeah, probably
Right?
good.
Good. Okay. I'm with that.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Super Bowl 45. This is Aaron Rodgers. 31 Packers, 25 Steelers.
Good or great? Probably good.
Yeah, great. I'll go great.
I'll go great too because it's Aaron's only one. Historical implications. Super Bowl 46. Giants 21, Patriots 17. Run that shit back, Turbo. That's probably great.
Yeah. That's
a lot of crazy shit in that one too, but you know, once you've done it twice, it's not a special. So, Super Bowl 47, the Harbaugh Bowl plus the outage. All time
classic.
I think so too. I think it's all time classic.
You have the power outage, and then the Niners nearly came back and forced overtime.
Yep.
It's a close top 5, but I'm gonna leave it at classic.
Yeah, listen, it's an honorable mention.
It's an honorable mention because there's one that automatically has to. There's one that automatically has to get in here, and I'll just say it's in the 50s. So, this one's an interesting one. Seahawks 43, Broncos 8, Super Bowl 48, belt,
absolute belt.
Yeah, I would say this was a mid game because the expectations going into it were so fucking high. Legion of Boom versus Broncos, and then it was just a blowout. Yeah. Maybe if you want to do mid because of how great the defense was. But like I remember, this is one that I vividly remember watching. And I was like, God, why, you know? But I also didn't know ball quite like that back then. So
yeah, I guess I don't know.
What do you think,
Smitty,
Smitty?
what do you think?
Depends on your fandom. I mean, when I watched the game, I felt the same way though. Like,
Okay. Yeah,
it was kind of underwhelming.
It's our list, bro. We can't miss.
All right. Boring?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with that. Fuck them.
All right.
Actually, you know what? By halftime, I was watching for the commercials. Fuck them. Let's go. Super Bowl 49, Patriots 28, Seahawks 24. This is the throw at the goal line.
Oh,
I think
all-time
classic. Yeah,
there's
oh my god,
there's another one. Yeah. There's like two on there that are my top 5.
Super Bowl 50.
Take your heart out of it, my boy. Take your heart out of it.
I know, I can't help it.
It's only one. It's only one of those games that we listen. It's only one of those that's a top 5. You know what it is.
I know. I know.
All right, so Super Bowl 50, I think should be all-time classic. Cam not jumping on it. Peyton wins and rides off into the sunset. The pass rush of Von Miller. I think that's an all-time classic.
They got belt though. I'll say great. They got belted.
Yeah, I'd say great too.
But yeah, all-time classic. Yeah, great. But I'm more on the great side because I mean they got belted, bro.
Yeah, I'm with Smitty. I think it's
Cam Newton's pants still in the middle of that.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
think about it. Think about it like this, though, right? Like, like the Super Bowl 49, is all-time classic. The Super Bowl 50 match up to that?
I think it does because I think we talk about it.
I felt the same way about that game that I felt about the one we put down at the bottom for watching for the commercials. At some point, I walked away. I was just like, I don't want to watch this anymore. Bro.
I'll bump it down to great. I can't go any lower though because of the Peyton Manning stuff. Cam not jumping on the
fumble,
that kind of shit. Yeah, I'm going with that.
The Denver defense was elite.
All right, Super Bowl 51.
Yeah,
it's got to be up there.
Yeah,
there's no other conversation.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So does 52. So what are we?
You might have to just go ahead and throw the next one up there too.
What are we bumping off?
That's 5, ain't it?
That's 6.
6.
That's 5.
Probably 6. Count, bro.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Take that. That Cowboys. That Cowboys joint.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Nobody remembers that shit. It was on grainy television. I'm with that. I like.
Hey.
Yeah.
Football historian. That was a good Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was
I like that top 5 though. Oh. Well,
that's
perfect
nasty.
Top 5. That is nasty.
Oh yeah, the 1 yard short finish. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Super Bowl 53, Patriots Rams. Watching for the commercials.
Yeah.
Okay. Chiefs 31, Niners 20. Mahomes leads fourth quarter comeback. 54. His first one. Is it probably great? Yeah, great. Okay. Yeah. Bucks 31, Chiefs 9. This is Super Bowl 55.
Good game. Good game.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
I'm real good.
Good game. I agree with that. Super Bowl 56, Rams 23, Bengals 20. I think this one's close to all-time classic, but probably great.
Yeah, it's borderline.
It is. Like, my whole thing is, if this has to be up here, this has to be up here. But if this is down here, this has to be down here.
Yeah, I'm with that. That's fine.
Okay. All right, cool. Super Bowl 57, Chiefs 38, Eagles 35. Objectively speaking. All-time classic.
As much as the L hurt, it was an all-time classic.
Agreed. Okay. Super Bowl 58.
God, we should have won that game. Damn it.
Chiefs 25, 49ers 22. OT thriller, Mahomes. What are we thinking? This is probably great.
I'd probably say good. I mean, it was boring in the first half, but that second half was, it came to light and overtime.
You say that you can say the same thing about the Harbaugh Bowl, but we put that shit high up.
Yeah, but that's different. There was more lore. This was just I'd put that in good.
What do you think, Smitty?
I was with the great. I think it was a great game. I mean,
I think so too.
Mahomes down 10. came back
First
with.
ever,
He went to overtime.
That's the first
and then
ever
pulled it
OT
off.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl too, right? First ever OT
Second.
Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Second. That's right. Second. Okay. Second. Okay.
Yeah, the Brady comeback against Atlanta was the first.
Yep. Last year, great.
All-time classic.
It's definitely not an all-time classic because it was a beatdown, but it's a great game.
It was definitely great.
Yes,
It was definitely.
I 100% agree.
It was on my personal top 5, though.
Now, based on everything we talked about earlier, where is Super Bowl 60 going to line up to you guys?
Honestly,
probably right
good.
Smack
It's going to be
middle.
good or mid.
Yeah, I agree. It'll be great if both these quarterbacks come out there and tear up these fucking defenses.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
So let's take a quick look at the list here. Anything?
Yeah. So let's start from the bottom. So the bottom, we got 17, 29, 33, 48, and 53. Kind of funny there's 2 Broncos games in here.
Yeah.
Boring, we got Super Bowl 5, 8, 9, 18, and 26. I literally looked at the list maybe 20 minutes ago talking about these. I don't remember a damn thing about any of them. Mid, Super Bowl 4, Super Bowl 6, Super Bowl 11, 14, 21, 30, and 41. Anything need to change on this row?
No.
No? Okay. All right. The good Super Bowls. 12, 1. Move that shit over. Bothers me. 1, 12, 15, 19, 24, 27, 31, 40, 44, 55, and 60 potentially. Anything need to move here?
No, I think we're good, though.
I think
you can make the argument for 44 with the Drew Brees, Peyton Manning thing, but I'm good with that.
The onside kick, I guess, but
yep.
No.
Great. 2, 16. I'm relying on you, Smitty, with that shit. I don't fucking 16, 20, 22, 28, 35, 37, 38, 39, 45, 46, 54, 50, and 56. And these 2. Good. We don't need to move
Sounds
nothing.
Good.
Yeah, we don't need to move nothing.
I mean, if it was me, my personal list, 59 is going up to at least all-time classic. But that's
I agree, but
that's my feelings.
It's objectively not an all-time classic. The idea of what everyone had for this game going into it, and then the result we got,
it's just my feelings, though.
Your feelings are valid. I respect them. All-time classic. I actually think that these top 2 rows are perfect. Super Bowl 3, 7, 10, 23, 25, 32, 47, 36, 49, 13, 57.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard once you get to that GOAT tier, but like,
I don't think there's a better pick for those top 5.
I mean, maybe y'all just haven't watched Super Bowl 13. Like, it was a.
Yeah, I watched it, and I still would take those 5 over that one any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that one and what is that, 23?
Yeah.
Niners Bengals.
Okay.
Like those are probably for me the first 2
the next 2
of top 5.
Where would
honorable mention?
So 13's the one for you that's an honorable mention. Which one would you take down? Because that's the tough part. I think that personally, these 4 are untouchable.
It would probably have to be 34.
Yeah.
Because 51 and 52 are non-negotiable. 42.
Yeah. This was an objectively great game with an outstanding moment. These were objectively perfect.
They were perfect.
Right.
They were.
Like this was
good to
great.
If I had to change, I would interchange either 13 or 23 with 34.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. If I had to change anything, I'd put this one probably up here.
I can't move that. I can't move that. I can't move that 1 yard, bro. I would probably more the helmet catch than anything if I had to move one.
Isn't this the undefeated beating of the Patriots,
that was the undefeated.
Yeah, it is. I still would have to move that one over. That Rams one, bro. Like,
okay. Let me ask you this.
Listen. I've been to college where they've showed that as a like, hey, if you ever get in this position, hand on the ground and you try to extend your body more. Like they even show this and like that's a big thing they show, bro. Like that's a part of like I don't think you could tell the Super Bowl story without telling the 1 yard reach.
Let me ask this objectively: what is this one the one you would move down? Not as an not just because like take out the fact that you're an Eagles fan.
No.
Is it? I think the backup
bro,
quarterback
most yards on both sides of the ball. Like
he was the
backup. It was the most yards on both sides of the ball in the Super Bowl ever.
The backup quarterback lore 2 is there. I agree.
Right.
So this guy in the comments is saying 52 is in the top 5, but not 49. I mean, I think for those reasons right there, that's why. I mean, 52 and so like there's a lot of lore. Like we're always going to go back to the why didn't you run the ball with Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah,
but
when they did the play before to get them to the 1 yard line.
Right, but like this backup quarterback, like everyone thought the Eagles season was dead when Carson Wentz went down.
Mm-hmm.
Like
except for us, me and Smitty.
I'll tell you what, I had faith in the Eagles that season too because I was thinking back to Nick Foles' first run with the fucking Eagles. I was like,
that's exactly that was literally my thought process.
Yep. Yeah.
I knew what Nick Foles could do when he was under Chip Kelly, the 23 touchdown 2 interception year. I was like, bro, we're chilling. He just needs to get his feet under him, and that's what happened in the Atlanta game. He got in that flow state, and the rest is history. But yeah, most total yards of offense from both teams, the backup quarterback lore.
Yeah.
Beating Tom Brady, the GOAT, when he put up 500 yards passing and beat him on a trick play.
Right. Is 51 objectively the greatest Super Bowl ever played? Because I don't just think of the comeback. I think of the Julio catch on the sideline.
Yeah. I would say 51 is the best. And quite honestly, 52 is the second.
It could be. Yeah. I don't think that's crazy. I think if you're going start to finish, 52 is probably better than 42. 43 I think is very, very strong.
Yeah.
Like these are probably your top 3. Yeah.
I think 34 is probably 5 on that list. I would still switch it out with honestly. Yeah, like I said, either 13 or 23. I mean,
in terms of remember a moment, I get 34 being up here. But I do like the historical overall implications of 13, I think is higher than 34. I will give you that. Because this is Staubach and Bradshaw.
That was Staubach versus Terry Bradshaw. And there was quite a lot of offense in that game too.
I don't know, Smitty. He might have a point. I totally get the point of the 1 yard thing. I do see that clip all the fucking time.
Yeah, Kurt Warner was coming from bagging groceries to the Super Bowl, like against with one of the greatest teams we've ever talked about, the greatest show on turf versus the Titans. But that Titans team, I don't know.
Think about it though. Terry Bradshaw, 318 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, a pick. Roger Staubach, both were 17 for 30, 228, 3 touchdowns, an interception.
7 passing TDs between the two of them.
They were hooping.
They were hooping. 13.
It was 35-31.
Wow.
And there were some moments in this game.
Yeah. And I guess the greatest team, arguably the greatest team we've ever seen, kind of falls under the same blanket for that Super Bowl 13 Steelers team too. So I guess you could use that as a cancellation. I don't know. I think I'm okay with the list. I think I'm okay. I'm good with it.
Like I said, I would probably switch 13. Yeah, because it would probably be 13 over 23. Like 23, the Montana drive to end the game that's an iconic moment in Super Bowl history.
Brandon L5177 saying, I feel like 50 is a bit too high. Am I the only one that's super high on 50? Like, no one cares that Peyton Manning won one and rode off into the sunset. Now, he rode his teams back, but, like...
Von Miller in that defense carried him though. That's
right,
cool, but that was all the defense.
Right, but it was still great to see. And then also we still talk about Cam not jumping on the fumble. Every time I look at him in an interview, I'm like, bro did not jump on the fumble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would have said good, but that's just me.
That to me pops up imagery in my head just like the 1 yard thing does.
Yeah.
2 different reasons, but like, you know.
But yeah, no, like I said, I think I would probably, if there was one to switch out, it'd be 13 and 34.
Okay. I respect that. It's crazy. Most of the best football has been played recently. No surprise there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And of course, you know, Eagles are involved in a lot of that football.
Right.
So,
right.
Take a picture of the list.
Yep, I'll have it. I'll save it. I'll download
that way we have it. That was a fun little exercise going back into Super Bowl history.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that I just don't know ball about. Not because I don't care. I just ain't trying to lock in and watch all that fucking.
If only I let you rent the Super Bowl book back in grade school, you would have a little bit more ball knowledge,
bro. If I can't, I love watching basketball. I can't sit there and watch them dribble one-handed in circles. I can't watch fucking 1980s, 70s football. I can't do it. Even though it's objectively better.
Yeah.
All right, let me save this for us, and we'll have that. Cool. All right, boys, that's all I got.
Only other thing I got, Nick Eamon-Warry left practice today after suffering an ankle injury. Questionable for the Super Bowl.
He's the third string quarter, but he's not third string, but third safety. Quarter for safety. Ooh, yikes.
Starting safety.
Ooh. That's not good.
Yeah.
Well,
I still think the Seahawks win though.
No. Yeah, I did too. I mean, they don't really have an over the top receiver that I'm really worried about. Like, Okay. All right. With that being said, thank you all so much for listening to the Day One podcast. We really appreciate y'all sitting with us for almost 3 hours here. This was a really fun show. Again, talked some NBA trade deadline, talked about the Super Bowl, ranked all the Super Bowls, complained about the Eagles making questionable coaching decisions as usual. Thank you all so much for listening. Seriously, we appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Whether you're on a boat, bus, or plane, you can get the Day One podcast content anywhere in the world. So go down to your local Sprint Mobile, get you the 4 for $100 line. Trust me, $25 a line. All right, you get a minimum paid job. You may be living in a box, but you can still afford the Sprint Mobile wireless plan, so you can watch Day One podcast anywhere. And 4133 the pod. So, with that being said, y'all, we appreciate it. I'm Kyle. That's Smitty. That's Anthony. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.